Hello
Who's
and
opening the
welcome.
episode? There we go.
Hello and welcome, everybody.
Goodbye, and you're not welcome.
Hey, I'm the contrarian around here, robot bitch.
This is a sequel to what we were looking at last week, and the first episode of the new season. So,
Hopefully, we can actually get through a video that we cover.
yeah, and since it's a new season, I figured I'd give the show a little bit of a facelift. Hopefully, you enjoy the new look. So yeah, we have
Oh my god, it's so pretty.
we have a monster of a video to finish, don't we?
Yeah, we're just halfway through.
Not even.
No, yeah. Wait, we not?
We're not even halfway through.
Jesus Christ.
It's 52 minutes. We're 23. So, shall we begin?
I don't see why not.
Alright.
Yeah.
His testimony,
God.
that shit was a lie, brought to you by yours truly Lex Luthor thanks to a little familial threatening. That's kind of a big deal. Actually, a whole lot of Lex's master plan
Actually,
moves back
can you
into
roll it
place.
back just a wee bit? That way I can get context again. Thanks.
Right.
Showed Clark heading over to Gotham to question Kahina Ziri about her congressional testimony and learning about how the Batman's getting out of control, about how even the innocent now fear his wrath. It actually makes sense to me now.
What do you mean, the innocent? I mean, I guess that is in the film.
It seems to
But
be
it's
in
like,
the
I guess.
ultimate cut or
No,
whatever.
no, I know.
Hmm.
But I mean, it's like the innocent fear the wrath, but it's like, why though?
Like,
Why
I
are
understand,
people
like,
afraid
being...
of Batman?
I understand, like, being a little
When-
bit uneasy about him, but...
Especially, oh wait, no, that's not even in the film because in the film they literally say people don't have to be afraid with him unless they have reason to be.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a line in the movie.
I feel like this man's just wrong here.
Yeah. He is.
The Batman doesn't just go around beating up innocent people.
It'd be
Well,
another
he's
thing
having-
if he said
no,
something like...
Victory for Gotham.
It'd be another...
No, it's justice for Gotham.
It'd be another
Alright.
thing if he said something like, the people are distrusting of Batman. Which, granted, still wouldn't make much sense.
Hmm.
Well, I think we've said all we can for that bit. Shall we continue?
Yeah.
Alright.
Hmm.
Sense to me now that Clark would want to take this guy down a peg. Speaking of Kahina Ziri's testimony, that shit was a lie, brought to you by yours truly Lex Luthor thanks to a little familial threatening. That's kind of a big deal. Actually, a whole lot of Lex's master plan moves back into place in the Ultimate Edition. Those bat brandings that are getting criminals shanked in prison, once again, all paid for and packaged
I love
by
how
the
that
weird
man just-
millennials.
I love how that man just didn't even throw a punch into the dude's face. His arms were just pressed up against that wall. He didn't even
let
try to
himself
fight
get
back.
stabbed.
It looked like he looked like he just let it happen.
He
I hate
embraced
this
death.
font.
I'm sorry, that's not how knife fight or just fights in general happen. Okay, like if it was faster, yeah, but it wasn't. It was slow as shit.
Yeah,
It was
like,
methodical. He
like
just
at
threw him
least
up against the
try
wall
to
and started shivving
avoid
him.
the knife. Or, you know, throw a punch or something.
Yeah, that's not. I'm sorry, that's not how humans work. We fight back. That's instinct.
Instinctually, yeah. Lizard brain
Yeah,
go
he just
burr.
didn't attempt. He just didn't attempt at all.
Mm.
Also, can we go back a little bit? I
Yes.
just want to hear if I heard something right.
Was a lie, brought to you by yours truly Lex Luthor thanks to a little familial threatening. That's kind of a big deal. Actually, a whole lot of Lex's master plan moves back into place in the Ultimate Edition. Those bat brandings that are getting criminals shanked in prison, once again, all paid for and packaged by the weird millennial CEO. Photo shoot and shoot and all before being sent the way of
Okay, but then why does Batman brand people?
Wait, yeah, why does he brand people? If
If
been
not,
paying
if not to signal them out in prison.
Yeah, that is a weird thing. Also, why are people with bat brandings getting shanked? Was it just because Lex
Well,
told
it's because
it was
bright
to
people
give,
to, or
give
something?
Batman a bad name.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah.
But again, why is he branding
But
them?
here's the thing:
Two,
to give Batman a bad name, but Batman's doing the thing.
yeah.
Like,
Now they're just getting
yeah,
killed because
I'm
they are
pretty sure
branded with
Batman would
Batman
already have a
symbol.
bad name for just branding people.
No.
Because, like,
Hmm.
inflicting a permanent scar on someone is a pretty shitty thing to do, all things considered.
It's not even a scar, it's just a brand.
Mm.
But yeah, no. Did you see that scene again? He was just pushed up against the wall, and that was it. He just didn't even throw a punch, or even attempt to fight back.
He wanted
Just
to
let it
die.
happen. Did he though?
He probably did, considering he didn't put up any form of a fight.
Maybe.
But, all things considered, if... I doubt that was the actual intent of the filmmaker, and he was... You know... You know what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah.
Not really.
Soul is trying to say that the intention of the director was that he didn't fight back, but that is dumb.
Yeah. The man was either too slow of mind to comprehend what was going on, which I doubt, or he just embraced death. Which doesn't really make sense, because I don't think some... You know, I forget, well, let's just move on.
Were you gonna say racism?
No. Were you?
Let's continue. No, I was just trying to put you under the bus.
Well, joke's on you. I put the bus under me.
Oh no. I just imagine you jumping onto the top of the bus but flopping onto it. Yeah! Splatting on top of it and falling over because you hurt your gut. You're just like, "Bleh." Anyway, let's continue.
brandings that are getting criminals
Yeah,
shanked
see?
in prison.
Oh,
When he was grabbed, he had plenty of time to at least throw a punch into his face.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But I also wanted to say, to be fair, there is a line that some citizens are afraid of Batman, but it's immediately squashed by someone else saying the line mentioned.
Hmm.
So there is precedent in the film.
Fair, I suppose.
Once again, all paid for and packaged by the weird millennial CEO, photo shoot and all before being
Also, can we just talk about how something pissed me off?
edition. Those bad brandings that are getting criminals shanked in prison. Once again, all paid for and packaged by the weird millennial CEO.
What the fuck is this 18?
Sorry?
Repeat what you just said.
What the fuck is this 18?
Is this 18?
What the fuck is
Oh,
this 18?
that 18. Right there on the article.
Where the 8 is just like a quarter size bigger than the 1.
Oh yeah, that's how the font looks. It's really stupid.
It doesn't even look like a 1, it looks like an I. A
Well,
lowercase
that's kind of
I
one's
without the
device.
dot. It looks like a typo.
That's kind of what ones look like. Can't really fault the font for that.
You can though. You can fault the creator.
CEO, photo shoot and all before being sent the way of
Just
Clark
wanted to be
Kent,
petty
where
for a
it
second.
rustles a few feathers to say the least. Lois actually gets to go all super sleuth private investigator here as she
Also, what is with this red shit that he's doing?
He's
I know.
being artsy fartsy.
God damn it. We're getting back into the aesthetic of this video. We can't do that, or else we'll be here for
Don't you get it,
upon hours
hero?
upon hours. powers.
Don't you get it, Hero? It's because his channel icon is covered with red.
It's a statement, guys. It's a statement.
I'm just gonna hit play.
She tries to decipher what really went down in the desert. Her mad pursuit of
Remember how she just finds where the bullets in her book? Because Lex, the brilliant scientist and brilliant man that he is with his million IQ brain, I'm gonna use bullets that only link back to me.
That is
Because they're like
retarded.
Yeah, it's contrived.
They're Lex Corp specifically made prototype bullets.
Why didn't you just pay a super
Why
terrorist or something?
didn't you just shoot her with normal bullets?
Well, yeah, that too.
If you
shoot
wanted
with
to make it
normal
distinct,
ass
you could have
bullets.
just made it, or you could have just put it in revolver bullets or some shit.
Just use normal bullets.
Yeah, it's not that. Why did you use? Okay, what did the super bullet even do?
It didn't do anything. It was just a special bullet that he had.
Jesus Christ.
If it's a special bullet, you think it'd be armor penetrating or something.
Well, they shoot most of the people in the head, so what's the point?
None of them have much for armor, especially on the head.
I think the only reason they had it was so that they could link Lex to the thing. Because if they didn't have the bullet, then they would have had to do actual detective.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
they
Lowe's
would've-
figures it out in like the original, well, not the original, the theatrical cut of the video, or not the video, the movie,
Hmm.
by just figuring out it's Lex Luthor because that's the person who hates Superman from the bombing, right?
that makes a lot more sense than, ooh, bullet.
Well, it's like once again the shortest version of a Zack Snyder movie is the best version.
Yeah, didn't they try to blame the bomb on Superman?
Yeah.
Well,
He didn't. He
well,
didn't.
no,
walk
I don't think that's the implication.
Hmm.
I think it's supposed to be that, like, oh man, look, everywhere Superman goes, it's surrounded by death. Is the implication? I think,
Okay, so that's not
but
his
it's really,
fault then.
but it's really poorly communicated.
Yeah, that's
and
not
it-
even
and
his
it
fault.
also doesn't make-
It's
and
a
it also doesn't
terrorist
make
that's
sense.
stalking Superman then, by that logic.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, Superman's existence invites conflict. No, that's the line from Civil War, which is a good film, which is the better version of this film.
And it actually has more character and had to do a lot more work, which it did, by the way. It did a lot more work to actually earn its stuff. Its conflict, its characters, its writing, its payoffs, its setups, and all that really important stuff to telling a good story. Which
DC didn't work for any of those.
none of which was actually earned in this movie.
Nope.
Yeah.
This
So
movie,
let's continue.
yeah, let's continue.
This has to be one of the.
where that strange bullet
This has
came
to be
from.
one
Oh,
of
hi,
the.
gentlemen.
This has to be one of the best actors for Superman, but one of the worst Supermen I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Henry Cavill. Like, he wanted to play Superman in Superman Returns, and he got turned down for the role. And now he got a second chance. It's like, oh,
Oh god.
Henry Cavill seems like a really nice person, too.
mm-hmm.
All super sleuth
Dude, what a-
private investigator here as she tries to decipher what really went down in the desert. Her mad pursuit of where that strange bullet came from, oh hi Jenna Malone, actually feels far more driven here because it could be the key to proving Superman's innocence and finding out who set him up. She figures it out too.
But it was. What do you mean? It feels far more driven here because it could prove Superman's innocence. Her drive to
Okay.
figure out if Superman didn't kill the people in the original cut of the film.
Didn't they Didn't they just
Also-
they burned the bodies, right,
Yeah.
in the desert?
Yeah.
You can easily test to see if there was chemicals used. Boom, he's not guilty. Problem fucking solved.
Well, there's a million ways to prove it. I mean, first of all, they
Yeah.
all died from bullets to the brain.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh
Superman
man,
wouldn't have
Superman
to do
Superman
that.
shot
He
all
could
these
just pick
dudes
up
and
a
then
chunk
piled
of the
them up and then
ground.
burned them
Fire
with
isn't
low
fire
Yeah.
isn't
with
very
a
good
really
at.
low in. Oh, you go, Soul.
Thank you. Fire takes a really long time to destroy bone.
And also, like, Superman's laser eyes cut through like concrete buildings. They aren't gonna burn a person in
They're
like the
gonna
traditional sense.
the
They're gonna cut through
The
a
bodies
person.
would be.
the
So it's like Superman cranked down his heat vision to like its lowest setting to like slow cook these motherfuckers.
If he wanted, there's multiple ways that he could have just made those bodies even disappear to where like nobody would have found them.
Well, it's one of the
News
good
they were
lines
there.
from the Injustice comic where Batman's talking to the president. He's like, "No one's gonna think to look for your body on Saturn."
Oh
That's
Jesus
a good
Christ!
line.
That is a good line.
Yeah, where it's like Superman could just chuck your body into space, and no one's ever gonna fucking find you.
Yeah.
Unless it somehow just knocks into
One,
the
you're gonna hear a
International
sonic
Space Station.
boom, and then instantly your lungs are popping.
Well, no, that's the thing. They'll probably burn up before they can even get out of atmosphere. So there goes the bodies like that. There's multiple ways that Superman could easily just make these things disappear. He could bury them like to the core of the Earth. He could do. Again, he could just blow them out into space. He could use
He
his
could
breath to
he
blow them.
could
into
he could
rock
rip
so
them
hard
apart
they-
and then just throw them in any direction.
Yeah.
He could
and
his
again,
breath could
disintegration.
probably just turn someone into mist.
Freeze
You
them
could
and
just
then
you could just
you
freeze,
them and then
stick them.
heat them up with the heat vision, and then all of a sudden they're just liquid.
Melt. Yeah. Superman created a lake. Oh my god! I wonder what he used.
He used humans, so oh my god.
But yeah, as I
This
said
water is
before,
90%
his breath
person.
his breath could probably turn someone into mist.
Yeah, if it blows hard enough.
Fucking, if he blows, that's like getting hit with a tornado to the face. He could flatten them.
He could probably just make a tornado and just have the bodies just ripped apart, and scattered to the four winds.
He flies around, creates a tornado, and he breaks like one of their legs as they're crawling away. They're like, "Please help!" He's like, "I'm gonna let you die, like I let my father die."
Tell that to Zod snapped neck. He just snaps their neck.
Hell, he could probably just like
Well, it's like there was a terrorist that Superman saved Lois from, where he just probably dragged that dude's body for like a mile. And that dude's
Yeah.
body is like
speaking of Superman killing
gone.
folks, he could probably just slap someone's face and it literally just his head, the person's head would just spin around like more than 3 times, destroying the bone.
Yeah, that's what he did to Doomsday.
It's just coming off.
Oh yeah, right.
But yeah,
Just
okay.
coming apart.
Our point is that Superman has billions of ways to make it to where you just don't exist anymore.
They would need to invent new autopsy methods to figure out how Superman killed people.
We had to take the air samples, and it turns out most of it is Timothy in this area specifically. What did he do? I don't know.
We had to figure out all of the air pressure methods to figure out if Superman either dropped something on them and then got rid of it, or he just punched them, and then that's what caused their body to separate at the molecular level.
Jesus Christ. But yeah, no. The point that we're making is the fact that he has all these ways to kill you, but he apparently, from the POV of everybody else, he shot people and used napalm to burn the bodies. The man who can destroy cities in a few punches, a cough, a sneeze. And if
He can cut
wanted
through
to, he could
buildings
just
by
kill
looking
everybody.
at them.
Yeah, he just has to spin. He just has to
Why did
ballerina
he go through the effort if he could just kill them by looking at them? That's right. It's so true.
Yeah. Dude, he could destroy the entire city if he just stood there. No, if he just squatted, sat down, and just
He's
turned
like a super
while
shit.
his laser vision was on.
He
Yeah.
sorry, what?
Because it would just take out the buildings, and they would all just fall.
Hell, he could
Yeah.
probably lift the crust of that area, the inner crust of that area off from the Earth and throw into space.
Earthquakes. Yeah, there's just earthquakes. You just cause one. Just punch a tectonic plate to shit.
Yeah, or
He could
even
just jump up and down a bunch of times.
hell, he could
Yeah.
probably like throw the continent from a planet.
Yeah.
He could flip Australia right side up.
Anyway, what the point that we're making is why does he go in any human's mind? They know what he can do. Wait, y'all can hear me.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, for some reason the icon didn't have my face showing up when I talked, so I thought it broke again.
It's fine.
So what person in the right mind would go, Superman used a gun? It's like, we saw him fight. It was highly documented. He doesn't need a gun.
Sir, did you see what he did to like Zod? He dragged him through like multiple buildings. He killed like thousands of people. There's not enough collateral damage for this to be Superman. In fact, for all the people that died, not enough people died for this to be Superman.
In fact, there's still ground here.
Yeah,
It's in the
like
desert. There's still buildings somewhere.
I'm honestly surprised that this event didn't result in the entire area being like looking like it was glassed.
Bro, no, just even
So
simply
he just
looking
becomes
at
the
them,
Covenant.
He could fly past. He could just. That's it. That's all he has to do.
Just like the fucking pterodactyl in Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Or yeah, where he just does a spin. I actually liked that.
Where the big pterodactyl just flies by the city and it's just so big and it's pushing up so much pressure and air that it just starts pulling buildings apart behind it.
He could do a thunderclap.
That actually does make sense.
You could do a whole clap. You're right.
Yeah, he just had to snap his finger, whistle even.
He
Again,
could whistle and then just blow up.
Yeah. He could pull a black bolt.
All right. Superman is OP as shit.
Yeah.
Why would he use a gun?
It'd be like I would understand why maybe Clark would use a gun to keep up appearances.
It's like that. It's like Clark actually doesn't like touching guns.
As a Clark Kent,
No.
I will kill all of these people and make sure that people know about it.
That's another thing. If it was Superman, let's say he actually did do this, why would he leave the bodies in a place you could find them?
You know what? Maybe Superman did do this. This is like a 40 chess maneuver. Where he's like, there's no way anyone will pin this on me because of all the stuff I could do if I just use a gun.
Yes, and he's like, when they blame him, he's like, how the fuck?
It's like, what?
I was so freaking safe. How? He flips him.
He's just.
The building.
Yeah.
I was so careful.
You know, it's like smashing your own car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For no gain of your own, and you're like, there's no way anyone's gonna blame this on me. And they're like, did you smash your own car? He totally smashed his own car. You're like, what the? How have you come to this conclusion? Like, you got the right answer. But
No, wait, worse. It'd be smashing your own car with someone else's truck.
Hold on, time out. Did they ever actually, like, say how they were even pinning it on Superman in the first place? Did they just say it was Superman?
No, because the lady, she said first there was, like, a sonic boom or something, and then there was fire and they were screaming.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And she was paid off by Lex. But if they look up at her, like, fucking, but they look up, like, her, who she is, she's an American citizen, and she was there at the event.
Her actual testimony was there was a sonic boom, there was fire and screaming. It's not Gamera, the giant flying turtle that can breathe fire. It's Superman.
If Gamera was there, there would be nothing left in that desert.
Okay, Soul, you went too deep. I was just going for something that breathed fire and that could make a sonic boom.
I know, sorry.
No, you guys are going too far. She's an American citizen who wasn't there, and no one just Googles her name.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
All right. So I think
All right.
this. I
So
think
I think we've tangented long enough.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we've driven the point home. Superman can make it to where you just don't exist anymore, and the fact that these people think that he used fucking napalm and guns. Because I'm assuming they used napalm to burn the bodies.
Well,
Yeah.
his point was like, oh man,
It was
Lois is more
flamethrowers.
driven to find out Superman was not guilty in this version. Which we stomped out at the very beginning, but then we went off in a bigger tangent of why Superman's not even guilty at all.
Or
This
yeah,
is-
like the fact
This
that
is
you
like the
can't
Johnny
find
Depp
that.
trial.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Most of the stuff you've shown is fake. God, no hearsay.
Lex heard.
Like Superman stepped on civilians.
All right,
Oh my
let's
god.
Let's go.
continue.
Her mad pursuit of where that strange bullet came from, oh hi Jenna Malone, actually feels far more driven here because it could be the key to proving Superman's innocence and finding out who set him
Those
up.
are the
She
original
figures
two.
it out too, even if she's a little too late to stop the... No, not...
That editing was hilarious. Okay,
You
I
cannot. Well, hold on.
I'll give you a pass.
Hold on. Have you seen these signs?
You can't be Christian and pro-alien.
I know. What the fuck?
That's a weird leftist thing.
That's
It's just like the takes that people have.
that's
What is
racist.
what is with the weird religious things going on? Oh, there's just another one that says God hates.
Wait, hold on. Are you actually going to ask why there's religious things with Superman?
No. I'm asking like, why are they adding all these religious things for these movies specifically, and like the Christian aspect
It's
of
because
like
of Superman itself.
Superman
Okay,
It's
is
a God complex. Yeah, it's a Jesus. It's a weird Jesus complex thing.
that people
that
have
they're-
assigned to
Superman's
Superman.
a Moses person.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We've established
Yeah,
this.
Superman was everybody. Superman was made by two Jewish dudes.
I don't think they subscribe to the Second Testament.
I just don't think they care.
It's very weird having Superman be a Jesus.
Unfortunately, they.
Did you see? Dude, do you
Oh.
see this? There's a Superman swastika.
Wait, where? Screen oh my god! I see
Yeah.
it.
Oh God! What the? What the?
Oh my
Whoa.
god!
Whoa!
Only edgy Zack Snyder would put a Superman swastika in his movie.
Jesus.
Okay. Hold on. Can somebody after this try to get a clear picture of this sign? I want it to be. I want it to be a
That's
thing. in our
straight up.
Discord.
That's straight up. Hold on, give me a second. Superman Nazi. All right, here we go.
Oh god, you're on a list. Real
I'm
quick,
already
while-
on
while
3
you're
different
looking-
lists.
While you're looking that up, I want to bring up something about the
I
Amber Heard
mean,
case.
Hero, you
Heard
are a
on-
robot. You'd already be on the list for that.
It
Wait,
literally is just Superman swastika. Holy shit! Look
Do
at
you
this.
know? Do you
Look
know
at
cum? Hero.
What?
Oh fuck.
Do you know cum vision?
Yes.
Thank God. Thank you. God. Fantastic.
I hate that it's so lopsided in the comic, but like, it's just
for-
the Superman
alright.
swastika.
All right. For now, no posting in image sharing because that's gonna cause the list to go down, and for other stuff that we don't want to be shown.
What?
It's gonna show the tabs of the.
Oh.
Yeah. So for now,
Okay.
post in Delta Zone.
Okay. By the way, we have a Discord, everybody. Link in description.
There's not a link in the description, but there will be soon.
Oh wait, it's still not done. I thought it was done.
Hero is sorting out the new one.
Oh, okay. I can help you. I have 3 different Discords.
I was gonna do my own, but Hero's on it already.
Yeah. Anyway, let's continue.
Yes.
God, hold on. Is there any other gems here? Let's see.
Something about Austin.
What's the blue one? What's the blue one?
morality.
Something
What's
about
the blue
passion, fatality. I think. Let's rewind a bit, see if we can get.
Would be the
Better,
key to
look at
proving
it.
Superman's innocence and finding out
That
who
editing
set
bit
him
was
up.
gold.
She figures it out too, even
Yep.
if she's a little too late
3,
to stop the...
2.
Ooh,
Oh,
aliens are.
god damn it, it's too blurry.
Damn it.
Fuck.
Dang.
Fall
No,
out.
no, okay, yeah, we're just gonna look at it at later.
Yeah.
After this show.
Look at this man. Look
Oh
at
my
that
God.
pristine
Hey, look,
mustache.
an actually good movie, presumably. I think, I hope. I hope it's a good movie. I don't. I've
Look,
heard
it's the God Emperor.
I've heard good things about Mission Impossible movies.
I actually have not seen a single Mission Impossible.
I think I've seen part of Ghost Protocol, the one where Tom Cruise runs down the building.
Hmm. We can try to like have an arc where we just talk about those movies.
Yeah. We could.
Hmm. Anyway, let's
No.
continue.
Not that one. This one just kills me from an emotional point of view because Clark actually stayed behind to help get everyone out safe. You know,
No, he stays and he helps get one person out until this guy says, I'm fine, and then he fucks off.
Wait, hold on. So you are fucked emotionally because Clark actually did something that Superman would actually do. But then he
But
doesn't, and then he just fucks off. You were destroyed emotionally because Superman did a Superman thing and then stopped.
He did
Well, I
one
guess, yeah, no.
Superman thing. He did one Superman thing. But he didn't stick around to finish the job like Superman would.
Okay, no, I actually understand. I actually understand now. He is emotionally scarred because, yeah, Superman just does one thing and leaves.
Just
But
like his
that's not.
dad.
I bet you that's not what he's gonna say, though. I bet you that's not what he's gonna say.
Wind it back a bit.
no, not that one. This one just kills me from an emotional point of view because Clark actually stayed behind to help get everyone out safe. You know, like we expect Superman would. He doesn't just mess up.
He only went
Hold
back
on,
for one
why-
person.
Okay,
And then fucks
barring
off.
barring that fact, why are you emotionally frazzled? Because Superman did a thing that Superman does. Are you suggesting
Well, I mean,
that?
I
Oh
cried
my
when
God,
Luke Skywalker
Superman!
showed up.
Oh my God, yeah, we all did. Leia going through space, we all cried.
I was more upset that
But
Akbar
no,
died.
Are you suggesting that Superman doesn't act like Superman in this movie? Are you going against what you say? Oh my God! Imagine. Fuck off.
Imagine if Superman wasn't a fucking cunt. And
Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking.
Dude, imagine if we got like a some new comics based around like older sort of style of writing for Superman.
We do. The original Superman came back because he killed his own universe.
Oh,
And the new comics, anyway. I don't subscribe to those, so.
do you think
I
DC is in?
substitute your reality for my own.
You know what? You know what? Don't reboot DC. Just ignore it. It's not worth it.
If I could just kill your universe, and then give up.
No, dude, yeah, that's all they keep doing. Crisis on Infinite Earths just keeps happening.
Over and over. It
It's
even
just
happened in the
universal
CW.
constant. Yeah.
Also,
I remember
it did.
whose
That
Also-
was a big event.
also whose bright idea was it to give Supergirl a show before Superman?
Well,
You
that one
can't
kind
do-
of makes some sense because they were very scared about having Superman movies while a Superman show would be on,
Hmm.
and movies are more profitable.
Yeah. Anyway, let's
They were afraid people would be too confused.
roll it back a little bit.
All right.
In fact, from now on, roll it back a little bit when we pause.
Yeah.
Emotional point of
Okay.
view because Clark actually stayed behind to help get everyone out safe. You know,
It's not
like
true.
we expect
Okay.
Superman would. He doesn't just mess up and bounce. He actively tries to rescue
kinda
the
does.
survivors before.
He does mess up and bounce, you tool.
Yeah, he just leaves.
You lying tool.
Behind
Well, I mean, to be fair, we don't know if he, but he also doesn't know. So
No, he doesn't.
help get everyone out safe. You know, like we expect Superman would. He doesn't just mess up and bounce, he actively tries to rescue the survivors before he's overwhelmed
rescues
with
one
guilt
person
and
that we see.
confusion as he stands amidst his failure. And finally, it's small
How
but
was a bomb going off where he
Burn
couldn't see it because it
him.
was covered in lead? How was that his failure?
Well, there's a line in the film that I like where he's like, maybe I couldn't find the bomb because I wasn't looking for it. Was that after all the bullshit that he was going through, that he wasn't even looking for a bomb to see if the people were safe?
That's the thing, though. Why would you assume that there would be a bomb in a building like that?
Because it's a highly controversial Capitol building with a very controversial figure in it.
Yeah, but again,
Terrorism happens.
People have seen what Superman can do. It wouldn't kill anybody except everybody around him.
It won't
kind of
kill
statement is
anybody
that?
except everybody
He's-
around him.
Well, yeah, but still, terrorists
Yeah,
sometimes can have
yeah,
warped
solely
motivations.
just-
A lot of people could
No,
be
I
in
am repeating what you said to
populated
establish
area.
how silly it sounds from an outsider perspective.
Well, no. A lot of people could be in a populated area, which can motivate a terrorist to act. It can be independent of Superman's actions.
Yeah.
Like the guy who shut up the movie theater for The Dark Knight Rises, who the media blamed as being like a guy who is imitating the Joker, but he just said that he shut up the theater because it was the biggest opening weekend, which meant a lot of people.
Hmm.
That happens
Sometimes
a
it's
lot. Like
sometimes
when
it's
a tragedy
not
happens,
about
people
a specific
blame the show
motivation.
and
Sometimes
something
it's just about the amount of people.
Toxic, what were you
Uh-huh.
saying?
I'm saying that happens a lot. Like people blame a show for a tragedy, because apparently, back in the day, there was a fire. This kid set their house on fire, and the mother kept saying that, oh, he watched Beavis and Butthead, because in that show one of the characters is an arsonist. But years later, the kid finally broke his silence and said he never watched that show. In fact, the mother called the news before they called the fire department.
The
But
fuck
inside
is
the
wrong
house-
with these people?
But inside the house was his 2-year-old sister. She died in that fire. While the mother called the news first.
Jesus.
Yeah, what a horrible piece of shit. Imagine, like, hating a show so much that you just let your child die and call the news first. And lie about your child doing something that was a genuine accident. horrible.
Creature.
Anyway, let's continue.
I'm
But
not.
incredibly significant to me. The public, outraged.
What were you saying?
I was just about to say something along the lines of, I don't even want to give that one the dignity of calling a human.
Yeah, honestly. Can somebody roll back just a wee bit? Okay.
What were you about to say?
We're only a handful of minutes in. How long have we been doing this episode already?
40 minutes-ish.
Jesus Christ. Yep, it's gonna be a long one, boys.
I know. There's a lot of dumb arguments here, and they're all being spat out
Yep.
pretty quick.
Yep. Let's continue.
Whelmed with guilt and confusion as he stands amidst his failure. And finally, it's small but incredibly significant to me. The public, outraged, scared, and totally confused in the wake of the Capitol bombing, turns on Superman. We're shown an angry mob burn.
Was Superman involved? No.
Okay, the fact
So
that
why would
why would
Superman need a bomb?
Better question,
you
why would
blame
anybody assume it
Superman?
was Superman's fault in the first place?
like we said earlier, he could just have like a big old thunderclap and destroy the building.
Hell, he could breathe on it and it just explode outwards. No flames needed.
Yeah. No, okay, just list off the things that we talked about earlier that Superman could do, and he could just do that to the building. He wouldn't need a bomb. On top of that, it was covered in lead. They found that out later
Yeah.
when they found what was left of the bomb. It was covered in lead.
And, like, I'm pretty sure in an instance like this, even the court of public opinion would probably assume it was just a terrorist attack, and not Superman himself.
Yeah. Well, okay. In this movie, the court of public opinion is stupid. So.
In this universe, the court of public opinion is Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Mob burning his visage in the street as the media begins to accuse Supes of being complicit in the attack, and that is essential to the entire arc of the
Implicit.
I think my brain just died.
Oh my God! That's another thing. Why would they mourn his death? If they were already blaming him for a bombing and they hated him, why would they mourn for his death? Again, you didn't work for his death, you sons of...
I think we can save that rant for another episode.
Oh, Jesus Christ. The death of Superman. One of the biggest events in comic book history.
Yes,
It's
the death of
squandered in every
Superman.
version that you could find.
Literally, the best adaptation of that storyline is Superman Doomsday,
The
and
comic.
that's only half the movie.
Yep, the rest of it's just dumb.
Yeah. Superman, the Superman
I
clone
wouldn't say that.
lasers his skull to pick out
I'll
a
have
lead
to... I'll have
ball.
to... Oh, you're talking about that one. I thought you were talking about the other one.
No,
I thought you were talking about Death of Superman.
no, I was talking about
The
the
one-
one.
Death
From,
of
I was talking
Superman.
about the one from 2007.
I'll have to
I
watch
think Death
the
of
one.
Superman's alright. I haven't seen it in a while, though.
Have you read the original comic though to compare? That's what
No.
I thought. Okay, we will actually have an arc for just the Death of Superman.
Alright then.
Let's go.
Yeah.
the story. Why is it not
Wait,
there?
do you mean the original
Out of
movie or the original
everyone's-
comic?
We will cover all of it, or at least we will
No,
cover.
no, no. Wait. Were you asking if I saw the original comic or?
Did you read the original comic to compare? Yes,
Oh no, yeah.
all of it.
Yeah.
Okay, we will talk about it more later. Then.
Media begins to accuse Supes of being complicit in the attack, and that is essential to the entire arc of the story. Why is it not there? Out of everyone, the character dealt the biggest blow by the murder of the theatrical cut is Clark. Imagine a movie where you're half the headliner and you get like 40 lines in the whole 2.5 hour stretch. The initial release of BVS did the Man of Tomorrow dirty, relegating him to the side.
What?
The director's cut couldn't have added much more than that 40 lines.
They didn't. From what I know, it didn't.
It's the same movie. It is the same movie, but worse, and longer, and more annoying and boring.
Oh my God! Don't say that, dude. The Snyder fans will come for us.
Let them. I will be waiting.
Let them come.
Sidelines of his own story, and we will not stand for this. It throws the entire thing way off kilter for me and makes it way less clear which of the two Titans I'm supposed to be rooting for. But when I get back all that was lost in the Ultimate Edition, the son of Krypton and all that he's going through suddenly mattered a whole lot more to me. Here's
Okay.
the conversation at the heart
so-
of Batman v.
Music. We gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll turn down the volume real quick.
Human beings is a mob. What is a mob to a king? What is a king to a god? What is a god to a non-believer?
Who don't believe in anything.
This is some pretentious nonsense.
Indeed. This is even more pretentious than...
When I heard that, I thought of Dragon Ball Z Abridged when Broly was fighting Vegeta.
That was actually funny and cool.
What is a god to a non-believer? And then he gets put into a mountain.
He gets put in his place.
Yeah. He's so cool, but he's so dumb. But he's so cool, but it's so dumb.
That's what I said about the original
Um,
origin, didn't I?
Yeah. If I rewrote it, I would just make him a mentally unhinged psychopath.
Hmm. Do you have any
And keeping
opinion?
him up for that long probably would just make things worse.
Do you have any
That's my thing.
opinions on the version that they used for Super Broly?
That's a discussion for another time.
All right. Probably the best call, honestly.
Yeah. Try not to go off rails too much. We're trying to actually get this thing done today.
Man, all that he's going through suddenly mattered a whole lot more to me.
Music. No, music.
I turned the volume down on my end. Relax.
What place is there for gods
Okay.
and heroes in this modern age, and how does their existence change the way we understand?
What?
The edit.
God,
Yeah, I
it's
saw
so
Music.
fucking pretentious.
What place is there for gods and heroes in this modern age, and how?
King.
King just
God, this has the
exposes
same
self-exposure. The king of self-exposure.
This image kind of has the same energy as that. It's just a screenshot
One
of
sec.
one of the pages from the JoJo manga. It's the first one where
The one with the crossbow?
JoJo like walks in. Stop! I'm trying to say something. Do not derail me. Where he just walks in on his father on his deathbed, and it's just like him, like posed, going, "Oh no!" At the bottom of it, it just says salad.
I'll be right back.
I lost that image a long time ago, and I really wish I could find it again. Just JoJo staring at his father on his deathbed, and it just says salad. It's funny on multiple levels. God, this editing is pretentious. King.
Okay, I'm back. Sorry.
Jesus Christ, that was fast.
At lunch, Gran made me pizza.
Personal stuff stays out of the show.
Sorry.
What, that he had lunch? Oh no, we can't let them know that he has food.
Personal life things, not the whole food thing. Anyway, let us continue with the shit show.
How does their existence change the way we understand the world and our own
God.
place within it? One of the biggest
Non-believer.
criticisms leveled at the Snyder Superman movies, and no, Justice League does not count, is that this Superman is devoid of.
Oh, why doesn't Justice League count?
Wait, I'm lost now.
Let's
Is it because
rewind.
It's way better than. Is it because it's way better than Batman versus Superman in almost every conceivable way? Eat shit, Snydernoids.
Shit.
Whoa, how far are you? Joy. Hold
Wait.
on, stop.
Stop, what are you doing?
Okay, we're
Stop
good.
the fuck.
We're good.
What do you mean we're good?
We're back to where
Stop.
we were. Thank you.
I
Okay,
need to
Hero,
find
wait,
that joy.
Hero, you're going us way too far backwards.
No, I know where we are. It's fine. I need to find that Joy image. Or is it forward? What the
It's
fuck is...
forward.
It's forward. God, why? Just let it play and then find the thing, Joy. Because we didn't even get to it yet.
Hold on.
I'm
Stop
getting us back
fucking
to where,
taking it over.
I'm getting us
See,
back
this
to
is
where we
why-
were at, alright? Relax.
There.
This is
stop.
why it gets fucked.
Gods and heroes in this modern age, and how does their existence change the way we understand the world and our own place within it? One of the biggest criticisms
gonna hit
leveled
play?
at the Snyder Superman movie.
It is playing.
Yeah.
It was playing, yeah. I was actually about to point out that he said, what does it mean to have heroes and gods in this modern age, and what does that mean about us? It's like, we have heroes in modern age. Fucking weirdo.
Yeah, they're called the police, the military, SES, fire and rescue service.
Yeah.
There's hundreds of
also,
others,
don't
and
forget that UFC fighter that beat a pedophile to death with his bare hands.
Good.
Yeah, that's a more recent thing. They're trying to get him freed because there was a guy that touched his daughter, and he beat him to death, as God intended it to happen. Not as you know what I mean. That came out wrong.
The pedo got killed as God intended.
Yes, there we go. Listen, no, I'm not about to make that joke. I was about to make a Kang joke. No, not going to do that.
Are you glad that I'm here to save your ass when you mess up?
Actually, no, I can save this. Kang wrote that pedophiles still exist. Remember that.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck you, Kang.
Indeed. Also, they made Lex the non-believer.
You are not God. Yeah, and if y'all don't know El Dorado.
I need to watch
Wait, have you
that.
seriously not watched El Dorado?
I need to watch that because there's a blowjob joke.
I'm surprised you've never watched El Dorado. That's
Why is that the reason to watch it?
yeah. I mean, it's a fantastic movie, but why is that the reason to watch it?
It's a reason to watch it, not the reason.
No,
Listen,
you said I need to watch it because of this.
Listen, Chell is a huge reason to watch it. Wait, how old is Chell? Well, I'm assuming she's plus 18 because she was with what's his name? I'm just gonna blindly believe that. So.
Yep. Let's continue.
Heroes in this modern age, and how does their existence change the way we understand the world and our own place within it? One of the biggest criticisms leveled at the Snyder Superman movie.
The God thing I can believe, but why would you say why? What would it change? What would change your little universe that if heroes existed? What would it change? Honestly, tell me, what would it change? Nothing. It wouldn't change a thing.
Well, no, it would probably change a whole bunch.
No, okay, a hero. Not a
yeah.
god, a hero is what I'm talking about.
Alright, so what do you mean? I guess by definition, it's what we talked about.
What he's saying is that he was like, what would it change about our world if there are heroes and gods? And what does that mean about our place in the world? It's like, dude, there are heroes. There's war vets and firefighters. And,
I think he's referring to superheroes.
Okay, so he should have said that.
Well, I think by talking about Batman versus Superman, I think it's obvious what he's referring to.
I mean, I guess, but still, I don't know. Maybe I'm reading too deep into that, but still, he should have said superheroes.
Hey, Toxic.
Because just saying heroes is a broad statement.
Punisher is a superhero. A super violent superhero.
Yeah.
Instead of a super powered superhero.
We get it.
Yeah. But, I don't know. Let's roll it back a little bit and continue.
Yep.
Heroes in this modern age, and how does their existence change the way we understand the world and our own place within it? One of the biggest criticisms leveled at the Snyder Superman movies, and no, Justice League does not count, is that this Superman is devoid of enthusiasm or joy or just that general spark of positivity that's defined most.
He is literally. Yeah, he is completely devoid of it.
Yeah, he just seems depressed all the time, too serious. Superman, cracks jokes and everything to try to make people around him feel more comfortable. He's not like Spider-Man, but he will crack a joke here and there and try to be charming.
He's supposed to be, like, your cool uncle or a loving father or something.
Listen, I actually forgot. No, the joke about the S. What does the S stand for? It's my name. Well, here it's an S, so what does it stand for? Was she technically being racist? Here, your language means something else, so what does it mean?
Probably. No, wait. Where he came from, he said where he comes from, it means hope.
Well, here it's an S. What she said. She's appropriating, trying to force human culture on Superman. I need to make an angry tweet now.
It'd be a whole different
Let's
deal if, like, it was Superman adopting the human culture.
Anyway, I'm just trying to meme a bit. Let's continue.
To find most of the characters run across comics, TV, and other movies across the last 80 years, and
Oh, it's a good
it's
one.
not what I'm saying here.
Yep.
See, the world of the DC Snyderverse isn't one that makes room for those things. This is a heightened extension of our own reality, where, yeah, we get all the
A heightened extension of our own reality where they open a black hole over a city and Lois Lane drops when a black hole is being created that is picking up things at ground level. Yep, that's definitely what it is. Definitely what it is.
I heard an excuse, something along the lines of it only picks up things that were from the Phantom Zone.
No, because it was picking up the ground and cars.
I stand corrected.
It was a black hole. Whoever told you that was dumb and didn't watch the movie.
It has been a while since I've seen the movie. Myself.
Regardless, whoever told you that is stupid. Hero, you're not saying a lot. Well said, my friend. Let's continue.
Are you okay?
yeah, we get all the sci-fi
It's muted.
sci-fi elements that come from the comics, but where we also have a worldwide
No,
24-hour
rewind a bit.
news cycle flowing from ever-present screens fueled by endless debate over anything
Rewind just a wee bit for me.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit more.
That's not what I'm saying here. See, the world
Okay,
of the
thank you.
DC Snyderverse isn't one that makes room for those things. This is a heightened extension of our own reality, where, yeah, we get all the fantasy sci-fi elements that come from the comics, but where we also have a worldwide 24-hour news cycle flowing from ever-present screens fueled by endless debate over anything that can possibly be debated, because everyone has an opinion on everything, right? Sound familiar? What I'm getting at is, this
Excuse you. Also, not to burst your little bubble, but just for example here, Justice League, the cartoon, has that. Well, hold on, you didn't even answer the question. You're just like, oh, well, he doesn't have joy, hope, and he doesn't act like Superman. But that's not what I'm seeing here, because it's a heightened thing with news and opinions. Let's see what he's actually getting at.
That is,
Yeah.
this Superman exists in a world where his actions are under the fiercest of scrutiny by absolutely everyone all the frickin' time, from
Okay, again, Justice League, same thing.
But done
But
way better.
What does that have to do with him actually having emotions?
Also, that's
What
never.
does it have?
Hold
What?
on. Let me say something real quick.
Yeah.
Superman. The court of public opinion has rarely been a conflict for Superman. Very rarely. It's a much bigger thing for Spider-Man.
Yeah, because he's street level and not the guy that can,
Yeah.
you know, save thousands.
And
in a day.
his name's constantly being given a bad rep by the Daily Bugle.
Yeah, slander. Well, even then,
Libel.
a lot of people do.
It's
same thing
libel.
with Superman. Yeah, but again, Spider-Man isn't saving thousands every day. Superman is.
Spider-Man is
Stopping
usually
planes from
saving a
dropping,
handful
stopping
every day.
volcanoes. Yeah, stopping volcanoes from exploding, saving cats from trees, saving people from terrorists, stopping terrorists. Unlike his son, where bulletproof boy just goes on marches instead of actually going and dealing with the problem himself.
Hmm.
Jesus Christ. Hera, did your Wi-Fi die?
He's still on here.
Yeah, he's still on here. I thought he messaged earlier. Hold on.
I think something's going on with his mic or something.
Maybe. But yeah, no, none of it even answered, or even got anywhere near close to what you were talking about.
Beyond that, everything that this guy said throughout this video is just raising more and more
Grasping at straws.
questions.
Yes, grasping at straws. Because, again, the question was, why doesn't Superman in this movie, or in this set of movies, feel like he has any
Soul?
actual feelings, any soul, any just act like Superman? And his response was, because people are judging him. Piss off.
I'll be right back.
I think people would judge him less if he actually had. Wait, what? No, they left me here to hold the torch, I guess. But no, his arguments again doesn't make any sense. Oh, there's news and people have opinions on what he says and does. Congratulations! Like, actually answer the question.
Hmm.
And if you're gonna say, oh well, we keep cutting him off and everything, it's like, okay, then he shouldn't be phrasing it like this. Maybe it should be different.
Maybe it should.
Maybe it should be better
Articulated.
conveyed. I'll let you take the reins for a sec. I gotta check something.
All right then.
From everyday civilians to government officials to a bitter old bat living in a cave underground. This feels like the most cynical world to place the most optimistic of our heroes into, and that's why the
I love how I said I'd give you the reins, and you just didn't say anything.
I acknowledged that you gave me the reins. I said,
Yes, but you just didn't say anything. You didn't fill in the dead air.
I did say something though. I said,
You're
"Oh,
just
okay."
play.
Hello.
Hey, Pixel.
Oh, hey. We're covering a video. We're balls deep into it now.
Yep.
I know.
Watch Together is up in the Delta Zone. Oh shit, Hero is ill. You gonna be okay, man?
Well, keep it in the DMs. But yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, this man just has no argument at this point.
It's a complete nonsensical mess as far as I'm concerned so far. And we're only halfway now.
Oh my god.
Let's keep going.
same ethical and existential questions that BVS is asking about the nature of gods living among us are the same questions that Clark...
Superman has never been analogous to God, at least not through his source material. It's usually been analogous to someone like Moses. If anything, the Batman should be scrutinized for having some sort of superiority complex or something.
Yeah. Again, he's just branding people.
And why would Superman be judged when he is constantly doing things to save hundreds of people every day throughout this? Like, even the most cynical of people would praise him for being the most helpful being on the planet.
Yeah. Well, at this point, haven't seen him actually do a lot like that. Again, the only thing we saw him do was destroy Metropolis.
Yes, but in this movie we see a montage of him saving people through various acts, like pulling a boat that's overturned, carrying the pod of a rocket ship that basically explodes to safety and stuff like that in a montage.
Oh, well, yeah, no, I guess you're right. Anyway, let's continue.
Clark himself is trying to find answers to. It's not that Clark isn't optimistic or capable of joy or hell, even fun, especially when he's with Lois, someone who permeates with the same idealism that he does, but the world that Clark inhabits is one that suffocates all of that under perpetual cynicism. This ain't 1978 anymore. Just think about it. You get a job.
The 70s were pretty cynical too. There was a lot of horrible shit going on back then. It's to the point where a movie like Death Wish was made. If you know anything about if you
should we even
know,
continue?
sorry,
I know we really need to actually finish one of these things, but should we even continue at this point?
yes, we should.
Jesus Christ.
I am going to deconstruct every argument that he can possibly come up with, and I'm going to do it efficiently.
At a newspaper because if you're an alien god in need of work, you think you might as well try to write some good into the world. You hear about this shady-ass vigilante living in the next city over whose methods are pretty horrifying, and you want to call him out on it, but your boss is just like, "Sport, Clark! The people need to know about the sport!" Damn it, Perry, get off your bullshit. You've got congressional hearings going on over shit you...
Well, here's the thing. In the movie, Batman's old news. It's been established that he's been doing his stuff for a while.
Yeah.
Like even in
how long has he been active?
he's been
Like 20
he's been
years or
active as
something?
Batman for 20 years.
That didn't work for that either.
No, they didn't at all, and it was horribly executed from every possible conceivable angle. Killed off like at least 2 Robins. Like one of the gravestones in on the property is Dick Grayson, but for some reason,
No Red Hood.
no Red Hood, but for some reason, it's listed as like the 80s or something. It was like before the 2000s, I think.
That wouldn't make any sense.
Yeah, I know. Because it doesn't make sense.
Jesus. Anyway, let's continue.
Like, don't quote me on that one, because I could be wrong, but that's something that I remember from a theory or explanation video or something. It's been a while.
Yeah. Well, let's continue.
Yeah.
Didn't even do. You've got monuments made in your image that you never asked for,
Rewind.
being defaced.
I ask you every time we pause, rewind it a bit.
Right.
Off your bullshit. You've got congressional hearings going on over shit you didn't even do. You've got monuments made in your image that you never asked for being defaced just to mock you. The news can't stop criticizing you for trying to stop global catastrophes. I mean, come on. Any of us would just give up and...
Kal-El could probably sue for them using his image.
If he doesn't like it, he could easily just pick it up and send it in space.
That too.
Yeah, he could just be like, I don't like this, you shouldn't have built it. And he could just either send it into space, throw it into the sun, or melt it down for something more constructive.
He could be like, this is taking away from the people that suffered that day. This shouldn't be there. I'm responsible for what happened, or something like that.
The congressional hearings don't make sense either. We already debunked that none of that shouldn't have even been considered that he did. Any of that.
Yeah.
Because it just doesn't make any sense.
Indeed.
None of that made any sense. The fact that there was even congressional hearings about it. And what's worse is that the person that said, oh, she was there, is just a U.S. citizen.
Yeah. There was no way for her to have been there.
Yeah. Nobody checked. Nobody did research.
Like, this is basic shit that would be conducted in court.
Yeah. Basic stuff, but they don't do it.
Let's continue.
Cry in the shower for the rest of our lives over far less. You have, don't lie. And yet Clark is still out here trying to do the right thing, day in, day out. That's the choice he made. He might have a heart.
Okay, so by that logic, then he would try harder. Superman, not this one, would try harder to put on a face.
The real Superman would probably even change his suit to be, you know, a warmer blue.
What does okay? Well, the original Superman is a
Yeah, I
lighter blue.
know.
Anyway,
But if he was wearing this suit, he would change it to a warmer blue or something.
why would you think that though?
Well, think about it this way. Shit.
There you go. You had no thought process. You just said something without thinking.
Well, lighter colors generally show some level of inherent... I don't know, it's complicated.
Bullshit color theory.
Yeah, that's it, you got it. Warmer colors are a lot more attractive to people than darker and muted colors. They attract the eye more. They're a lot more noticeable.
Yeah.
It's literally
God.
lizard brain stuff.
Yeah. How many hours are we in now?
1 hour and about 10 minutes.
Dang.
12, actually.
1 hour 12.
We're not making horrible time,
No, we're not.
but we could be doing better.
Let's continue.
He might have a hard
Well,
time
just because
smiling about
I think he says it's bullshit.
Yeah.
Don't lie. And yet Clark is still out here trying to do the right thing, day in,
Thank you.
day out. That's the choice he made. He might have a hard time smiling about it, but he's still the embodiment of hope to me. He doesn't owe this world anything, but
He owes Metropolis everything. He trashed it and threw Zod into it deliberately. And then the government opened a black hole above Metropolis instead of over the one in, that's
The
the
fucking
thing. Another thing
ocean?
with those stupid machines. Yeah, no, another thing with those stupid machines. He could have destroyed one and the other one wouldn't work.
Yeah.
It would still be there. He could just go back and fly through it. And if you feel so inclined to still throw the ship into it to make a black hole, he could just throw that thing through the weird giant octopus that was just so happened to be there.
It's just completely asinine.
Yeah.
And like, sure, the Superman resisting the gravity beam thing, whatever it was sort of cool, but wasn't earned.
Okay. Him being able to be stronger than a gravity gun makes sense because
I'm just saying, like, that moment can't save the movie because it's simply put not substantial enough.
Huh.
You see what I'm getting at, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
I guess, but I don't know. Let's continue.
Yeah.
but he'll never be out. That's the choice he made. He might have a hard time smiling about it, but he's still the embodiment of hope to me. He doesn't owe this world anything, but he'll never give up on trying to do what he believes is right in order to protect everyone he can. That's just the Superman way. Even the most noble, most selfless acts of courage and kindness have consequences, and part of being a hero...
what kind of consequences are there for, say, carefully moving something out of the way for someone in a wheelchair?
Hold on, rewind the argument. Because I didn't catch it, I zoned out.
But he's still the embodiment of hope to me. He doesn't owe this world anything, but he'll never give up on trying to do what he believes is right in order to protect everyone he can. That's just the Superman way. Even the most noble, most selfless acts of courage and kindness have consequences, and part of being a hero...
Oh, okay. They don't. Sorry, they don't. Not all of them. I helped an old lady across the street. When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
In the scientific realm, on a technical level, yes, every action has a reaction. However, not everything has a reaction that... How should I put this?
Negative reaction.
Yeah, that's it. Thank you. A lot of people react very well to being helped.
Yeah. How dare you help me across the street, you son of a bitch?
Honestly, if anything, the only real consequence is that you may have lost a little bit of time.
Yeah. Well. Anyway, let's continue, I guess.
Yeah. Also, one more thing concerning like Superman's depressed face. The serious face would make things seem a lot more serious if, like, most of the movie he spent most of the movie with, you know, a warmer sort of look, you know?
Yeah, like his look degraded over time.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yep.
Everyone he can. That's just the Superman way. Even the most noble, most selfless acts of courage and kindness have consequences, and part of being a hero is learning to live with that. Shout out to the Ghost of Pa Kent for that one. But
Don't
that's it to
even.
me.
No, stop. He chose to die.
He told Superman that he might have
Clark.
that he probably Clark, that he should probably have left those kids to die.
Just so that he wouldn't be found out.
Why does anybody like these
podcast.
movies?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. We're halfway through. What else could he talk about?
I don't like the Nostalgia Critic at all, but I'm with him on this one.
Let's continue.
That's the Superman I see in this movie, at least through the Ultimate Edition. I see a Superman in conflict, a Superman that's confused, but he's still Superman, one that believes there's good in people, even if his faith may falter, a Superman that's filled with hope despite how the world judges.
Hey, you want to check the chat to see if anybody said anything?
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. There have been people. Silver Surfer said, yo, my favorite was Man of Steel. Yo can hear... Hold on. Let me look at that real quick.
What?
Yo can A me if you want. Hate. Hate.
Well, we're not gonna hate you.
We're just gonna comment
No,
on your
everything
taste
is-
being poor.
Well, it's not even that. You can enjoy things that are bad, but to say that something that bad is good and try to back it up with just random bullshit is nonsense.
Yeah.
But, anything else?
That's all.
Okay, let's continue.
Judges him. He can stand for truth, justice, and the American way, even if people hate him for it. And a lot of us hate this Superman. A lot of us feel that Zack's Kal-El isn't comic accurate, but what does that even mean? After 80...
Hold on, let him finish his point.
Yeah,
Give me a sec.
sorry.
Give him a second.
people hate him for it. And a lot of us hate this Superman. A lot of us feel that Zack's Kal-El isn't comic accurate, but what does that even mean? After 80 years, a character like Superman has been too many different things to so many different people that there can no longer be some perfect formula for accurately adapting them, and I don't think that's...
Okay, this is an adaptation argument that is actually incorrect.
There
The
is
core
a
attributes of
there
most
is
of
the
the
perfect adaptation of Superman.
The core attributes of Superman, most of them I've seen anyway, hasn't changed.
The perfect adaptation of Superman can be found in two examples. Superman the Animated Series and Superman the Movie from the 70s. Those are the two...
I'm sorry.
What were you gonna say?
This is very draining.
I understand that. But we have to finish this.
Yeah, no.
In future, we'll look for shorter videos.
It's not that I want them shorter, I just want them to where their arguments can actually be held up. Then again, they probably wouldn't be here if they're actually good arguments.
Yeah.
And I don't think that storytellers should be expected to make any attempt to do that. They can't please everyone. The reality is, you give a character...
I don't like that statement, because you can never please anybody. Everybody, sorry.
Yeah, you can't.
There are some people that you just cannot please, but here's the thing. That doesn't matter. You have a responsibility to adapt or make Superman as close to the most well-known version as you can.
Well, you actually don't have to, but you have to if you want to actually, do well.
Make a mass market version, basically.
That's continuing.
Like, yeah.
The general look, the costume, the powers, and any select traits from past iterations, and they are that character. This is still a Superman, even if he's not your one. Hell, he's not even my ideal Superman, but I love that Zack and the writers created a version of the character that's like this. I think that's a large part of the value of BVS for me. It takes these titans, these heroes, these kings and gods, and kind of challenges their existing mythology, and by challenging it, allows that mythology to progress and evolve.
How is it challenged at all? Superman was framed through retardation.
It's literally just poorly written. That's all it is. It's just poorly written. There's nothing... For some reason, people think movies like this are, like, groundbreaking. They haven't broken any ground.
These aren't the characters that you fell in love with. These are puppets.
These are shells.
That are just talking heads. That's all they are. Mouthpieces for other writers.
Yeah. And this could be applied to...
That's all these are.
This can be applied to basically most modern interpretations of classic Western characters.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Dragon Ball Evolution for what the Western writers thought that Dragon Ball should have been, or at least what the writers attached to it for it should have been, or what is meant to be. Dragon Ball. Yamcha is not supposed to be a surfer. He's supposed to be a bandit who has barely any clue how to talk to women.
Yep.
Bulma is not an obnoxious tech freak. She's supposed to be a clever inventor, and...
No, she was a brat. She's still a bitch.
Yeah. She is yeah. And Goku isn't meant to be an annoying punk idiot. He's just supposed to be a simple child.
Yep.
And
Jesus Christ.
Piccolo isn't supposed... What the fuck was Piccolo in that movie?
I have no idea. Let us continue.
Yeah,
I
good
don't want
idea.
to get too deep into evolution.
Yeah, we'll save that for another time.
These characters are so much bigger now than the comic books and creators that spawned them, so why do we insist that they can only be adjusted and updated on the page and not in film? We get to decide if we want to accept where that new mythology goes.
Okay, I'll explain to you this, okay? You can have alternate versions of characters, alternate timelines, alternate writing styles. But the thing is, those didn't cost billions of dollars to create.
You need to establish. You need for the biggest mass market version of the character. You need to establish him as the core version, the most accurate possible character that you can make to the core of the character.
Yeah, you don't just make a movie of a well-established character and say, oh, this is a complete rewrite, this isn't the exact one, it's my version, my interpretation of the character.
Yeah, like this.
If it's
This
based
is.
off of something as big as this.
You go first.
No, that's all I had to say.
This is the same sort of situation that we have with the Halo show. Let us continue.
Mythology goes, but I don't see anything inherently wrong with presenting a Superman who's struggling with how the people he strives to safeguard perceive him. A Superman seeking the good in people, even if they won't see the good in him, at least until it's too late. We can hate those changes if we want to, but I don't think we should reject the idea of change altogether. Superheroes are our modern deities, comic books are modern scriptures, and if you look back at the gods of the past, those texts, those stories, they transformed over time too. Zeus, Hades, Athena, all those figures became whatever the people who told them
Over the course of thousands of years by word of mouth.
Yep. Then again, I guess that doesn't really hold up to the same standard of modern day, but yeah.
Yeah. And also there's the matter of like there would have been a lot of there's probably like a world of difference between the law there's a world of difference between most mass media depictions of Zeus and the Zeus in the actual tellings of the stories. Zeus, as we know him in mass media, is this wise, godlike being. In the script, in the stories, he's a fucking asshole and a pervert.
Hey, can we take like a 15-minute break real quick?
Yes.
Okay, we're gonna take like a 15-minute break and we will be right back with you all. Just slowly dying and our brain cells trying to commit suicide. Listening to this man's ramblings. much as I actually don't want to.
Alright, we're back online. We are back online.
Hello everybody. let's get back to this. We still have 34. We still have 20 something minutes.
Mm-hmm.
End me.
Their stories needed them to be, and we have to allow this modern mythology to do the same, to be dynamic and unexpected and even contradictory, love it or hate it.
You're asking for it to be worse. You know that, right? You're asking things for not.
Yeah,
You're
this
asking
isn't-
things
this
to
isn't like
make
a-
not. You're asking for things to not make sense.
This isn't like stories that nobody knew who made them, that they were just passed down by word of mouth. This is a story that people can actually figure out who wrote it and change it in different ways. But again, this isn't a comic book. This is a billion-dollar movie, and this many issues and flaws in its writing doesn't make it better. Hell, most of the flaws aren't even about the characters. It's just about the universe around them.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. And you know what's the funniest part? This movie was a financial flop, all things considered.
Yep, didn't make back what it spent.
Hmm. Combined with the marketing budget.
Yep. Anyway, let's try to get through this.
That's how these stay relevant. That's how they endure here atop this new Olympus.
Well, Oh, good
I'm
God.
sure you knew this was coming, but I gotta talk about the ever-aggravating, exceedingly eccentric puppet master of BVS, Lex Luthor, the non-believer. Back when BVS was first released, Jesse Eisenberg's take on the beloved Superman arch-nemesis was received poorly, just to downplay it a bit. Between the fast-talking kookiness and all those unhinged diatribes, Jesse's Lex was dismissed as a miscast, deadweight distraction from the Titanic throwdown at the center of the film, just a wannabe Joker knockoff that wandered his way onto...
I would say he's closer to Jim
Oh, I
Carrey's
agree.
Riddler.
Actually, yeah, I think I actually might agree with you more. Oh, come on.
Alright.
Jesse's Lex was dismissed as a miscast, deadweight distraction from the Titanic throwdown at the center of the film, just a wannabe Joker knockoff that wandered his way onto the wrong set and got left in the movie. And as I'm sure you've come to expect by now, that's not how I see this version of Lex at all, at least not anymore.
Oh, God.
Wait, copyright music.
Let me make one thing very clear. I don't think Jesse Eisenberg was miscast at all. Quite the opposite, actually. You see, Lex Luthor is more than the sum of a bald head and extreme intellect, and depending...
Yeah, you're right. He's supposed to be intimidating and not quirky. He's supposed to be well-spoken.
He's supposed to be conniving.
And a genius. Yeah, he's supposed to have a silver tongue, and most of the time, if you don't know his history, should be able to talk you into doing almost anything.
Yeah.
But then this one is just quirked up white boy.
Depending on who you ask, a daunting demeanor. Lex's prime factor, at least in his conflicts with Superman, is power, and how the existence of Superman is a threat to that power, and by extension, his insanely overblown ego. Just like everything else in Zack's DC movies, what's the point of doing this character one of the same ways we've seen him done before when the mythology can be played with?
Okay,
I'm
so-
sorry, what?
What? You take this one. You sound like you have a lot more of an issue.
So what you're saying is you want the character to be virtually unrecognizable from the source material or any previous version of him, and be more, in fact, more like a completely different character who was part of someone else's rogues gallery.
Yep, that's basically what he's saying. He wants the core traits of the character to change.
This is the type of behavior I'd see from the Riddler, not Lex Luthor.
Riddle me this, Batman. Why am I written like shit? But yeah, it's just. Yeah, that's exactly what he's saying.
Let's continue.
Would the most popularized traditional comic take on Lex work here? Yeah, probably, but I don't.
Yes! Yes, he would! There's no question
Yeah.
that he would.
Okay, see, the original Superman movies, this version of Lex was less. It was a little slightly more comedic, less imposing, right?
Hmm.
But it was still, you could still tell it was Lex. They were trying to go for the much older version, you know, because at the time.
That was what the source material was. That was what the most
but
well-known version was,
now
basically.
Lex is like, one of Lex's like worst things he's ever done was he cured his sister's cancer and then gave it back to her in the span of 5 minutes. Superboy put him against a wall, and the only thing he said was, "Lex giveth, Lex taketh away." That's Lex Luthor. He's a cunt.
And a petty one.
His biggest flaw is that he could have fixed and saved the world, but he was too busy chasing after somebody that was saving lives.
His priorities are all in a twist.
His priorities are fucked. Anyway, let's
I
continue.
don't think that's quite as interesting as an insecure millennial misanthrope with zero empathy that inherited daddy's company and all the wealth that came with it. The reason Jesse Eisenberg was right for this version of the character is for the same reason he was perfect for that version of Mark Zuckerberg in The Social Network. This
What?
is a dude who's a
Hold on. Play what he's about to say.
Right.
Jesse Eisenberg was right for this
Okay.
version of the character is for the same
What?
reason he was perfect for that version of Mark Zuckerberg in The Social Network. This is a dude who's obsessed with being the smartest person in the room, and he'll talk incessantly in "look how smart and knowledgeable I am" riddles just
That doesn't make him the best actor for Lex Luthor.
That's that's millennial hipster nonsense. That is actual
Fuck off.
hipster millennial nonsense. That is the most nonsense thing
argument-
I've ever heard in my life.
Your argument is that the reason that he's the best for Lex is because in one of his other movies he wanted to seem like the smartest person, so he just rambled on set. That's what you said.
No, the character rambled incessantly, from what I understand.
Well, no, he said Jesse Eisenberg. He didn't say the character.
Then that makes it worse.
You have a thermos, don't you?
I have a bottle of water.
That doesn't sound like... Okay, is it a metal bottle?
Yes.
That's a thermos.
We don't call that here.
Well, I don't care what you call it over there. In other parts of the country, it's called that. Quit trying to be special, because you ain't, bitch.
I know I'm not. But neither are you.
Oh, how dare you. My feelings are hurt. I live in the U.S. I cry about everything. Anyway, let's continue.
Yeah.
just to make sure you can only get a word in when he wants you to.
That is a three-syllable word for any thought too big for little minds.
Yes, Scott Evil, we get it. You're a genius. When we first meet him, he's Lex, man of the people,
Oh my
a humble
God.
figurehead shooting
I legitimately think that Dr. Evil would have been a better Lex Luthor than this.
Right.
Because
Can't
at
do his
least
voice.
the entire movie would be played up for comedy.
Yep. $100 billion.
Actually,
Wait, now I'm just
I think
quoting the movie.
actually I think Mike Myers might have made for a good Lex Luthor.
Maybe, maybe not.
Hmm.
I don't know. Anyway,
Yeah.
well, Kevin Spacey was a good Lex, but
Yeah.
he's a rapist, so
Hmm. Yeah.
allegories happened. Not allegories. Allegations happened again. Don't know if it really is, but at this point, there's way too many people coming out. So
Yeah, this might be
anyway,
a Weinstein situation.
let's continue.
Yep.
That is a three-syllable word for any thought too big for little minds.
Yes, Scott Evil, we get it. You're a genius. When we first meet him, he's Lex, man of the people, a humble figurehead shooting hoops with his employees at the Google headquarters, LexCorp, and it's all just a big
Jesus.
wolf in
Jesus
sheep's clothing
fucking
act.
Christ.
Lex might be rocking this relatable youth demeanor, but everything he's doing is calculated and measured, crazy as he might be, to make sure he always gets what he wants. And the thing that he wants is what exemplifies him as a truly fascinating...
Calculated and
That's
crazy.
normal Lex. That's normal Lex, though. That doesn't make this version of Lex a good person. Or a good character, I mean.
God. The more this guy argues, the more incoherent it becomes.
Yep. I'm done.
I'm not.
By the way, about the chair. It's not me ripping one.
Right. Let's see what else he has
No,
to
it
say.
is.
I know. Let's see what
That's
else
the way you said it.
what else he has to say.
Is calculated and measured, crazy as he might be, to make sure he always gets what he wants. And the thing that he wants is what exemplifies him as a truly fascinating villain to me. Superman isn't an obstacle for Lex on the way to some sinister, mystic, world-ending goal or a goddamn real estate monopoly. Superman is the goal. Lex wants to hold total power over a god, even if it's just for the briefest of moments. Lex's conquest is to defeat Superman and to demolish any reverence the public has for him, to expose him to the world as a false god, a lie. The people of Gotham don't have a whole lot of love for the Bat, but Superman killing their vigilante king would confirm to the world that he's the kind of authoritarian force that many skeptics believe he is.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck.
Apparently not everything was calculated enough because for some other reason Lex used bullets that outed
Trace
him.
directly back to him
Yeah, traced directly back to him.
for
So
some
apparently it's not
reason.
as calculated as he said.
Even though it makes no goddamn sense.
Nope.
Fuck.
I can't say that that's the most relatable of ambitions, but that's kind of the point of villains, right? You don't need to agree or condone.
Also, the fingerprints thing? Why?
Jesus Christ.
Why?
No idea.
You don't even need to understand skeptics believe he is. I can't say that that's the most relatable of ambitions, but that's kind of the point of villains, right? You don't need to agree or condone. You don't even need to understand him, but for a second, try. Imagine what it would be like to be a
Okay.
person like...
Okay, this isn't the Joker. This is Lex Luthor.
This
A
isn't.
lot of his plans are too like high level for most people to understand until after they've already been set in motion. But this is just dumb. I'm going to frame Superman by killing a bunch of people in the desert with guns and burning their bodies. That's you. You're stupid.
Like, not even the Joker would do something that stupid.
The Joker would have more common sense. He would look at the gun, look at the bodies, and he'd be like, this won't do, this won't do.
The Joker would probably go around in some sort of airship with a giant smile and then just fucking bomb the hell out of that place.
Yep. But they don't listen. I love how Joker would probably just have more common sense than this. Continue.
Kind of the point of villains, right? You don't need to agree or condone. You don't even need to understand him, but for a second, try. Imagine what it would be like to be a person like Lex, a person with everything, to be a non-believer, and then to discover that there's a being out there with more power than wealth can buy or intellect can create, and to hold total dominion over that being, to be able to say, I defeated God, I own him, I beat the most powerful being in the known universe, and now the most powerful being is me. It's...
You didn't beat him. You held his mother hostage, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't beat him. You
just did the most
basically
pencil dick
blackmailed him
thing
and
you could
did
possibly
that.
imagine.
Yeah. Congratulations, asshole.
You have the smallest penis in the universe.
I can take cancer in and out of people at will, but I can't figure out how to get a working penis. Jesus Christ, Batman, he has a limp dick. Holy smokes, Robin. Or Nightwing. Quick, Nightwing. Oh my god.
Holy shit,
Superman's
Batman!
like, I can't confirm. Superman, you stop. Okay, we're done.
It's not even
freaking
the
wild, but I don't doubt for a
it's not even a penis. It's just a nub.
Just a no. Yeah.
second that a next-gen megalomaniac Ivy League prodigal son would want that. There's a sense that this cynical, bizarre, corporate kid understands the world presented in BVS better than anyone else in it, and that's why his greatest weapon isn't some giant...
And that's the reason why he shot people, burned the bodies, and blamed it on Superman, yes, because he understands the world better. Well, I guess he does, because everybody blamed Superman.
For some
Everybody's
inexplicable
stupid.
reason that makes
Oh, no.
no sense whatsoever, which we've already went into throughout this stream and the previous stream. Sorry?
I said, yep.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
sense that this cynical, bizarre, corporate kid understands the world presented in BVS better than anyone else in it, and that's why his greatest weapon isn't some giant kryptonite laser or whatever else comic book villains usually cook up. No.
It would make more sense for Lex to make a suit powered by kryptonite, shooting kryptonite laser beams and all that nonsense, supposed nonsense, than this shit.
Yeah. At least then he can actually have a trump card to try to actually kill him. But
That,
no,
and also,
he's
it would actually be more narratively satisfying to see.
yeah. But again, we just got a very thinly veiled, threat in blackmailing. And it's not even like thinly veiled, it's just absolutely stupid. Actually, hold on, I'll be right back.
Alright.
Still the dead air while
Yeah, but this whole thing is such a complete and utter waste of effort and just like every single second of this movie is no sense. This movie makes no shred of sense. Even though it acts and thinks it does. It acts like it does, and it thinks it does, but it doesn't. It simply doesn't. I can't believe I used to like this movie, honestly.
I watched it once, and when I watched it, Brain Dead, I liked it until I saw Doomsday. Me and my dad looked at each other and we just go, fuck this. We stopped watching the movie. We looked at each other, we're just like, it just looks like an angry Shrek.
That's
Shrek
great.
hit the gym, Fiona left him. It's the Chad Shrek.
No, worse. It's a Battletoad. You know I'm right.
No, Shut the fuck up. Just shut the fuck up.
You know I'm right!
Just shut up. Just shut up.
You know I'm right. Admit it.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
right.
You know what? You're something.
Presented in BVS better than anyone else in it, and that's why his greatest weapon isn't some giant
The Lex from Smallville was better.
He had a better mind.
Mm-hmm.
kryptonite laser or whatever else comic book villains usually cook up. No, Lex's greatest weapon is hate. I guess it all comes down to Lex's doomsday silver bullet in the end, but that was just
What?
For one, the fact that they did Doomsday the way they did, piss right the fuck off. I get it. Doomsday is a super edgy idea, but he still exists in the DC universe. Not saying it's good or bad, but actually I don't know where I was going with that. My point being, I don't even know my point anymore. Dude, this man has got my brain fried.
I genuinely hate the idea of Doomsday previously being Zod's corpse. Because then it opens the idea up to Doomsday being able to be permanently put down with kryptonite.
Yep. You remember in Justice League when they met Doomsday for the first time?
Hmm.
And he's like, "We don't have to do this. You're being brainwashed." He goes, "I know, but I don't care." He still fights him.
Jesus. He just wants
Dude,
to...
you showed me that scene.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen the whole show, so I'm gonna have to have a very deep look into it to make sure that everything
Well-
lines up.
We could probably watch it at some point.
Yeah, we should.
I'd love to actually rewatch it and do a video over it. Anyway, let's continue.
the contingency plan, a kill what you can't control kind of thing. No, the entire point of the Africa sequence, the Capitol hearings, the bombing, all of those exceedingly complicated machinations are orchestrated by Lex, because if he can make people fear Superman, he can make people hate Superman.
Okay, so the bombing thing doesn't make them fear Superman. It's just people that are terrorists.
Yeah, it just
And I
makes
don't
people
think we need to
more.
keep
It just
bringing
makes
up
people worried
the-
about terrorist attack happening in that area.
Yeah, and I don't think we need to keep bringing up the blackmail scene. I think we've already milked that one dry.
Yeah.
We're getting powdered milk out of it.
Yeah. And I don't think we need to bring up the napalm. That's a dry well.
That's the same scene.
Oh,
That's the same scene. That's the same scene.
my bad.
Yeah, that's him blackmailing Superman, saying that, "Oh yeah, he did this." Is that blackmail?
But I wouldn't say that's blackmail. I'd say that's just blame.
Framing.
Yeah, framing.
Yeah, that's framing. There we go. The
Blackmail.
framing scene. I don't think we need to.
Blackmail would just be telling him or threatening to use this information over him.
I can't remember if this is true, but where that saying comes from is some kind of old Irish thing, some kind of mob thing where like you were given the black hand, which is a warning. I don't know if that's true. I can't remember. Well, anyway.
Just the same as he does. And you know what? It worked.
That's how it starts. The fever, the rage, the feeling of powerlessness.
See, him hating Superman makes sense because he just destroyed the entire city just to kill one man.
And also his property injured was presumably some of his employees.
No, I said the entire city.
But
That's way larger scale than what you're trying to bring up
yes,
right
I
now.
know, but I'm saying like that would also be a big part of it.
Well, it's Batman. He just put a bunch of people at risk, so including his employees.
Yeah.
That turns, good man. Cruel.
Jesus.
Here's the hardest part for me, the part that I've spent the longest time
Oh,
trying
this shit
to
again.
understand. It's hard seeing your heroes fall, to see them stray so far from the light. Batman has always belonged in the shadows, but this Batman, he's different. Hate is a wicked thing.
Hey, don't know if y'all knew this. The original Batman killed. Get over it. Let's continue.
It is a wicked thing. It's a poison, a fever, and it corrupts even the best of us.
You are a
even
poison.
Batman. To be honest, hate has always been a fueling factor for the Caped Crusader in all incarnations of the character. You don't see your parents gunned down in front of you as a kid and not harbour some animosity towards the world for the rest of your life. You don't continue to lose those that matter to you and not be filled with at least some self-loathing and resentment. But Batman rarely, if ever, falls into outright apathy like he does in BVS. Bruce's story in the
Yes?
What about Death in the Family?
He said rarely. He didn't say ever.
Right.
loathing and resentment, but Batman rarely, if ever, falls into outright apathy like he does in BVS. Bruce's story in this movie is one of detachment and disassociation. He's a pill-popping alcoholic recluse who seems to only live out the playboy billionaire side of his alter ego to go to the places and do the things a vigilante in a mask.
Probably, because he's like between his 40s and 50s and has been Batman for 20 years.
Yeah, you get an old man Batman. Hold on.
Next to a relatively young man Superman. How old is Henry?
Henry?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let me check.
But,
He's 39.
Yeah. Cool.
So by this point he was still in his early mid-30s.
Jeez. Let's continue.
Yep.
Mask can't, but it's all to further that Batman agenda. Hi, I'm Batman and I like to party. The degrees
What? He drinks to forget, probably. Jesus Christ. It has nothing to do with him partying. He's trying to forget the pain. Whole depression, my dude.
Yeah, like I will never say that this is a good version of Batman. But what this guy said is a whole load of nonsense that makes no sense.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
Right. But yeah, it just makes no goddamn sense. This whole video is just a fucking mess. God. Let me check the YouTube chat. Nothing new, okay. Jesus. Sorry about the dead air. Just waiting on Toxic for Toxic to return. Jesus.
How many views have we had so far?
For the stream?
Yep.
Let me check. One person is currently watching.
Oh, that's nice. I'm just talking about, like, does it show how many have actually sat and watched it?
15 views.
Nice.
Yeah. And 1 live viewer currently.
We probably lost a few when we took that break.
Yeah. There should be an uptick or something when people rewatch it or something.
Yeah. How many hours are we in?
2 hours and 24 minutes.
Only 2 hours? Are you kidding me? It feels like 4.
Well, we're making better time now.
We're making a lot better time.
Hmm.
Right back.
Alright. Sorry about the wait, people. We're just waiting on Toxic again. Just give it a minute. He will be back shortly, and then we'll be able to continue on from here.
Sorry, I'm just having to take care of it.
Okay. But yeah, Batman vs Superman, what a shit movie. Maybe we'll review it sometime. But who knows. But I believe you people will be pretty interested in what we have in store next. Should be interesting. I'm not going to reveal it just yet. Maybe at the end of a stream. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I reckon it'll be a ton of fun. What else is there? Alright, the quantum TV situation. What a fucking prick, am I right? Like an absolute scumbag.
Hello.
Hello!
I think I'm back for now. You really need to, like, fill the dead air with, like, some random nerd trivia. I think that's my department. I'm very good at nerd trivia.
Alright.
Anyway, let's continue.
Yes.
Separation between Bruce and Batman here are slim at best. They're one and the same now, or at least the bat has consumed the man underneath. Batman is no longer the mask. Bruce Wayne is. Wayne Manor lies in ruin.
Bruce Wayne was always a mask.
Yep.
Batman has always been the real person. Even in the animated series, Bruce said in his head, he doesn't call himself Bruce Wayne. He doesn't call himself Bruce Wayne in his head.
Edgy.
Well, it's just not who he is in his mind. Like,
Yeah.
I imagine you don't call yourself toxic in your mind. Just like how I don't call myself soulless
No.
in mine.
Anyway, let's continue.
Yeah.
The Batcave is a museum filled with artifacts of Batman's past failures. Bruce is essentially living in a tomb of all the things he's lost, cut off from everyone except hipster Alfred, who even then Bruce seems to ignore. The Dark Knight has made his mind up about the world, and ain't no one, not even the trusty old Wayne Butler, can say anything to change that.
How many good guys are left? How many stayed that way?
Not you, dude. And that's the point here. Hate is a wicked thing. It's blinding like that. Bruce has every reason to despise Superman. The brilliant flip of the Metropolis battle with Zod from Man of Steel at the start of this movie shows
The best part of this movie was the flashback to Metropolis.
Yep.
That is the only good part of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That is the only.
Even then, connected to an even shittier movie.
Sorry. Yeah. I cannot say anything kind. That's the only kind thing I can say about this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Who's that? Superman's inexperience doing the whole defending the world thing led to the leveling of the Wayne Financial building, killing all of Bruce's employees inside, some of whom clearly mattered a lot to him. Personal attachment aside, the Kryptonians bulldozed a staggering amount of the city. That's a lot of innocent lives lost. So no shit Batman would be pissed off. No doubt he'd see Superman as a threat to humanity that needs to be...
Superman wouldn't actually have done that, though. He would have tried to get him out of the city.
It would be
Into the
way more
country.
interesting
Instead,
if
he
Zod.
punches him into a gas station, killing people already.
It would have been way more interesting if Zod tried to drag Superman to the city to cause more collateral
Remember
damage.
how the director tried saying? Remember how the director tried saying that the city was mostly empty?
There's still people there. We clearly see them.
Yeah. Exactly. But they try to justify it, saying that, oh well, there's not a lot of people. It's bullshit. Looking.
needs to be removed. No one has ever had that much power before, and that's terrifying. Batman...
He's lived with his power his entire life. He has lived with his power his entire life.
I think they mean like seen by others.
And
Maybe.
believe it or not, is scared. Fear makes people do some crazy shit. Fear gives way sooner or later to out and out hatred. And when you mix that into a cocktail of isolation and apathy, well, Batman becomes the bad guy. I think this was the key for me understanding BVS the way I do now. Batman is not the good guy here. By virtue of being Batman, I wanted to believe he was,
What?
and of course I did. Batman is my freaking hero.
What? No, okay. Aside from him branding people, he is the good guy simply because he's trying to put a dude in check that killed hundreds, thousands, however many was in Metropolis, because he had every chance to try to get him out of the city.
And took none of them.
In fact, he knocked him into the city. Oh, him and the other two.
He deliberately caused the destruction of Metropolis.
Mm-hmm. But, okay, continue, I guess.
Hero, but everything the film does says otherwise to me. Just look at the scene where we first see the Bat in action. It's something ripped straight out of a horror movie. Batman has always been this spectral ghost that haunts the criminals of Gotham, that strikes terror into those he hunts. Batman has always been that predator lurking in the shadows, but this goes way beyond being the boogeyman. This introduction doesn't glorify him as a vigilante hero. It makes him a demon. He's not revered here. He's
Okay, so here's the difference between the Superman that we get and the Batman that we get. This version of Batman has been doing this for 20 years. This version of Superman, which should be closer to the Superman that we know, because it's his first, time doing all this stuff, or he's still new to it, wouldn't have had such a dramatic change in his personality.
Yeah.
AKA knocking Zod and the rest of them into Metropolis to fight.
A more reasonable action would have been Superman to try and fight them in space or in the desert.
Yep. I'm not defending Batman, but Batman's whole change is a lot more reasonable because again he's been active for 20 years.
Precisely.
Reviled, and that's how I believe BVS wants me to feel about him.
We're criminals, Alfred. We've always been criminals. Nothing's changed.
Oh, yes, it has, sir. Everything's changed.
Hate changed Batman, fear possessed him and drove him to the point of apathetic negligence, to the point of wanting to kill Superman. I refuse to believe that at some point this Batman
Well, after seeing all
wasn't
that, I would've
like
killed
this.
Superman,
I
too.
refuse to believe that one
I do not believe this is Bruce Wayne Batman. This would make a lot more sense from Thomas Wayne Batman from the Flashpoint timeline.
I think that's what they tried to mix with this Batman.
Well, it's clearly a fool's errand.
Hmm. Isn't the Joker dead in this universe?
No.
Well, hmm.
Remember, Suicide
No, wait,
Squad.
Yeah. I'm sorry. If Batman is branding people after 20 years of being active,
He should have
this
killed
version of Batman
Joker.
would definitely have killed
He would
Joker.
have. He would have killed
Yeah,
Joker.
he should have. He definitely would have killed Joker.
Especially considering what kind of character this version is. I can't believe the Suicide Squad is... No, wait, the Suicide Squad 2017 has a better portrayal of Batman than a dedicated Batman movie.
Yep.
That is
God,
sad.
we're so close to being done.
That is so sad.
It really is sad, yeah.
Once upon a time, he didn't kill. Because that's the thing here, isn't it? This is a Batman that
Original Batman killed.
kills. A Batman who has
Hold on,
abandoned
pause a sec,
his
pause
one
again.
rule. Can there be a...
The worst part about this is that it took the likeness of the Batman that established that he does not kill, and stated that guns are the weapons of cowards. What they should have done was make him look like the original Batman. The true original
Yeah, not
Batman.
the big grizzled Batman.
Yeah. The more lean and cold Batman. The one with the long ears.
Are you talking about the 90s one where they're just
No.
too long?
No. The 1940s one.
Hmm.
You know, the one with the purple gloves.
Start pounding, Joker. I love that.
Batman that kills? Without that fundamental governing principle, is Batman still Batman? For the longest
Yes,
time,
the original
answer
Batman
for me-
killed. Sorry, no, listen, get over it, everybody. The original Batman killed. Just because the version that you know didn't kill. Okay, fine. By that logic, none of the Batman that we see after the comic code kicks in are Batman. Get over it.
I will say
Answer for me.
this. Sorry. I will say this.
I'm sorry.
I don't mind a version of Batman that will allow someone to die.
Yeah, especially if there's somebody that keeps killing people. Joker.
Sorry. Not Raz.
Race doesn't go around killing people, though, does he? I can't even remember
He
what
does
Race
kill.
does much.
He does kill. He's definitely a murderer. His
Oh yeah, he was a terrorist.
Yeah. Well, I understand completely why he wouldn't kill someone like Harvey Dent. Because Harvey was one of his best friends, and like, come on. Harvey is cool.
Yeah. Jesus Christ.
Let's continue.
Let's continue.
He was no, and
Whoops.
maybe it still is, unless...
Batman can kill if...
Hey, it's me,
What?
Hack Top, Hack Job, High Top Films. The guy you made the video
No!
No! Not him! Please! Anybody but him!
No!
No!
Oh god. Okay, let's hear him out.
Yeah,
Rewind it
right.
just a tad.
Alright.
Unless
Batman can kill if High Top says it's so.
It's me, Hack Top, Hack Job, High Top Films. The guy who made the video titled Batman Does Not Kill. So why am I here talking about why Batman can kill? What changed? Listen, I still 100% believe that the
God.
icon that is Batman is defined
Damn
by
it,
his
go
no-killing rule. Batman absolutely, positively should not kill. It's wrong.
I'm sorry, but the original Batman killed. Get over yourself. And I'll keep mentioning this every time it's mentioned because I'm driving this point home. The original one killed. Deal with it.
Kill. It's wrong.
Pause
it
a sec,
feels
again.
wrong,
No, wait.
and
I will say this. If you are going to write a version of Batman that resembles in any way the version from The Dark Knight Returns, he must have the no-killing rule.
Okay, you can either have a Batman that kills or doesn't kill. Because the original Batman did kill, and the vast majority of them don't kill. There, problem solved.
Although, it would be an interesting writing exercise to see a version of Batman that instated a no-killing rule after taking a life.
Yeah. But then get rid of it because like the Joker killed like 500 people with a bomb. For the second time. Yeah, no, Joker's dead after that. That's 1,000 people on him, on top of others in between.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the original Batman killed. The vast majority of them don't, but the original one did.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Get over it.
the point. That's
Rewind it a bit.
Right, sorry.
that is Batman is defined by his no killing rule. Batman absolutely
God, I was not ready to listen to High Top today.
absolutely positively
Neither was
should
I.
not kill. It's wrong.
Okay. This is subjective, not objective. Should not kill. And you're saying your argument is because it feels wrong.
It feels wrong, and that's the point. That's why I'm here to say that Batman can kill if the story being told is about why he shouldn't. I've done way too much thinking about a movie I vocally am not a fan of,
What?
but I guess that's kind of a testament to how thought-provoking Batman v Superman is.
What?
That doesn't even make any
did you
goddamn
say?
sense!
The story can have him kill if it's about him not killing, or that he shouldn't. I'm sorry, should he not kill the Joker?
Is it like... Is it supposed to be a story
get
about
it.
him...
Some versions
about...
of him
Is it
doesn't
about...
want to-
Are you trying to say it's supposed to be... Like, if it's like a story that's critiquing him for killing? Because I think that's what you're getting at. But I'm not sure,
Hero
because
hates
you are High Top Films, and you are artsy-fartsy video essayist.
No, he's a hack.
I may not love it, or even like it, or even kind of like it, but there is a reason we are still talking about it. And in my thinking about this movie, and particularly
still talking about
Batman
other
in this
shit.
movie, I've come to the assumption that Batman wasn't supposed to kill like he does in the movie, at least not originally. Hear me out on this one. If you take
What?
out all the Zack attackness in the direction of the action scenes, like seriously, why is the Batmobile chase even there? He could. You are left with dialogue, story beats, and a character arc that seems to point to the idea that Batman pretty much doesn't kill at all.
But he's been active for 20 years! He's been active for 20 years, of course he would have killed by now.
It almost sounds like he has a point, half the time. But I can't really figure out what it is. It's like it's like he's talking in riddles.
He is. He's dancing around a point.
And wasting our time.
Yeah, they never want to point out that the original Batman killed.
We have 10
They
minutes left to...
never want to point
we have-
that out.
we have
'Cause
10
if they point that out, then their entire argument goes to fucking shit.
We have 10 minutes left on this video.
Oh my god, we're finally gonna finish one, boys.
Mwah!
Yet, this old and tired Bruce doesn't directly take lives. He just story beats in a character arc that seems to point to the idea that Batman pretty much doesn't kill at all. Yet, this old and tired Bruce doesn't directly take lives. He just doesn't care if you live or die. He won't kill you, but he doesn't have to save you. Oh, and if you're really a piece of shit like this human trafficker, he'll brand your ass, and hey, it's not his problem if you get shanked in prison.
Criminals like weeds, Alfred.
You know, I feel like Batman should brand pedophiles and then let the people in prison do what they may. Punisher style.
Yeah, I reckon that
Yeah.
would... I reckon...
Human traffickers, pedophiles, rapists. Murdering is okay, but all that other stuff is more suffering than just killing someone.
Yeah.
That was
That
kind of being
is
sarcastic, but
it is
you
the
get what I mean.
worst possible thing that you could do to a human being. Some of the worst.
Yeah.
There are
But again,
probably worse tortures than that. Someone probably figured out worse.
no.
I don't want to know what they are. But it's probably out there somewhere.
True. Let's continue.
Pull one up, another grows in its place.
Really a piece of shit like this human trafficker, he'll brand your ass, and hey, it's not his problem if you get shanked in prison.
Criminals like weeds, Alfred. Pull one up, another grows in its place.
That's how far he has fallen. He used to want to save everybody, but now he thinks just letting these criminals die might be a better way of completing the mission, his mission, which has turned from a one-man war on crime to a fearful, apathetic beast lashing out with unlimited rage. He's fed up, and he's losing what made him a hero in the first place. In fact, he's almost lost it completely, but he hasn't yet crossed that line. Not directly, at least, but he plans to. Bruce Wayne intends on murdering Superman, not saving him, not branding him and throwing him in prison to die, but straight up looking him in the eyes.
Yes, because of all the damage and murder that he did. Well, it's not even murder, it was just casualties.
Manslaughter.
All the casualties that he... Yeah, all the casualties that he caused.
They're a result of his actions. And in this instance, this is a proper statement of your actions have consequences.
I'm probably not thinking about this statement too much because it's late and I'm drained and I'm listening to High Top, so I kind of want to die.
Yeah.
But I actually kind of like this Batman. There's a lot of flaws, but 20 years of having to deal with the same thing over and over again, I get it. But at the same time, in this movie, it makes sense that one of the characters would have come to this point, but not the other.
We like this version of Batman in concept.
In concept, yes, because again, he's dealt with it for so many years by himself, alone.
Unfortunately,
Well, actually,
none of this conflict...
Not even alone, because he mentions how many heroes are still around. So what other heroes have been around?
Presumably some form or another... A Justice Society of America, presumably.
No, because we would have heard about it by now.
I mean, it would have been cooler to start with a Justice Society of America instead of just the Justice League.
Yeah, that would actually be really cool.
More justice for what's his name? The cat
Justice
guy.
Society.
What's the
Catman.
That's it?
If you're talking about the guy who's a cat, yeah. No, you know what? I want Apache Chief. He's just a Native American that can transform into animals.
That is pretty cool.
Yeah, he's really cool.
I want a Dr. Fate movie!
No, you don't. Dr. Fate actually isn't as cool as you think. The only part that's cool is the helmet. The body is actually just a puppet.
I want a movie about...
It's the same thing as I thought I needed a Doctor Strange movie. I'm gonna mute a lot. I'll be right.
Alright.
I'm still around and I can still...
Let's continue then.
At least, but he plans to. Bruce Wayne intends on murdering Superman, not saving him, not branding him and throwing him in prison to die, but straight up looking him in the eye as he drives a spear through his heart. Full-blown, first-degree murder. If Zack had managed to restrain himself with his John Wick Batman...
Sorry, but again, all the deaths that Superman indirectly... Well, no, I'm going to say directly, because of everything he did.
Yeah.
He caused all that.
Actions have consequences. It's gonna bounce back eventually.
Batman,
if it's something as severe as leveling a city to the ground. No, wait, raising a city to the ground.
We didn't have those moments where Bruce pretty clearly mows people down in the Batwing or uses his Batmobile to chop this dude into dust. Then the idea that Superman is his first non-collateral kill, his first real murder, is way less murky. If the idea that Batman killing is wrong, gross, and not Batman, which seems to be the original notion the writers had, then him killing actually, can't believe I'm saying this, but it might actually work in this story. It holds the story to being about a fallen hero who is driven by hate to murder someone he doesn't understand out of an irrational...
Pause for copyright.
Yeah. I can't believe I almost agree with Heightop, even though what was saying makes no goddamn sense.
Well, the lead up to it didn't make sense, but I think I get what you mean.
Yeah. Like, I half agree with you, but you're missing a lot of proper argumentation. Like, as me and Toxic said before, our idea of how this could have gone might have worked a lot better. It would have also helped if it was, you know, built upon by many more movies prior. Like, at least, like, imagine if, say, from, I don't know, 2008, starting 2008, there's a DC Cinematic Universe. And we have this movie, say, in 2024, or whatever the fuck. After, like, a recasting of Bruce Wayne and Superman, or whatever the fuck. They have this big movie where they fight. And it's actually about... And the previous movies for Batman have dragged him through the mud. Like, hellishly so. Causing him to regress, and the story would literally be about him falling into the grim version that we see in Batman vs. Superman.
Yeah, a version that has had to see all the people that he's been trying to quote-unquote save and fix, villains anyway, just constantly break back out of Arkham Asylum, and just go on a killing spree and kill multiple people.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think... What I think is, these... Actually, I know for a fact, these cinematic universes aren't planned out at all, in the slightest. They're going for the iconic parts, but they're lacking the tissue to lead up to them that makes them meaningful.
Which is why the death in Justice League was so just meaningless and lackluster. Because we got one movie with the Superman, and then this one, and then he was dead. Wait, I said Death in Justice League, didn't I?
Yeah, you meant this movie.
Yeah, you know what
Yeah.
fear rather than being a story about a murdering psychopath adding another number to his kill streak. BVS changes from a movie where Batman murdering people is presented as the status quo to a movie where Batman branding people and being indifferent towards their deaths is a step too far. Batman v Superman becomes a movie where Batman can kill because the story and dialogue are telling us that he shouldn't. And maybe, just maybe, it still is that movie. I think Zack takes it all way too far, but maybe deep down somewhere, that message still holds true. Maybe the horror, the disgust, and the anger I feel witnessing Batman go full Jigsaw on these goons is a good thing. But
he goes nowhere near as far as Jigsaw goes. Even Jigsaw's...
Yeah, he doesn't go anywhere near Jigsaw.
Like, Jigsaw maims... No, correction, Jigsaw forces the victims to maim themselves.
No, the thing is,
in order to
Jigsaw
escape
gives you a
death.
choice.
Hmm?
Yeah, Jigsaw gives you a choice. This Batman does.
Yeah. And Saw is arguably way darker.
Saw is way, way dark.
Yeah. It is just darker. It's that simple.
like I said in the original video, if this Batman hasn't killed before, at that moment when he's about to, at the moment when he's about to irreversibly redefine who he is, it hits us like a ton of bat bricks. Bruce has beat Superman, he's broken him, and now, foot on his throat, kryptonite spear held high, he's going to do it. And then...
You're letting him kill Martha!
This is the moment that changed BVS for me.
Why did you say that name? My god. Oh my god, that's...
What?
Yeah.
What is it?
I hope he doesn't defend it. I hope he doesn't defend it.
He's going to. I swear, he's going to. I'm betting money. I'm putting down $5.
Music.
Oh, right. On it.
Artsy fartsy bullshit.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, all of Bruce's hate and animosity towards this man, this son, it just evaporates. All of the malice, all of the fury, all the bitterness.
I always hate the argument of, oh, well that was somebody's kid or somebody's husband, wife, the insert thing here. Sorry, they made the choice to either they made a choice to do what they did in that scenario, and they paid the price. I do not care what they were previously.
What matters in that moment
or
is what they are
were
now.
to somebody. Exactly. Oh no, this father of five pulled a gun on an innocent person and he got shot by a dude that saw the gun pulled. Oh no, boo-hoo.
He was
chose
about
to
to
pull that
murder a
gun.
man. Boo friggity who? It's your own
I
fault.
feel like the reason why they add that stuff on is for fake morality.
Yeah.
It's like where they try to say that Joel shouldn't have shoved that screwdriver into that dude's knee to get information about where Ellie went. Oh, that's horrible! It's like they kidnapped a little girl, and turns out they're cannibal pedophiles. So yeah, I think it's pretty justified.
Yeah. Honestly, I would have done way
Him
worse.
doing that, not what they did. Him doing that, just to clarify.
I would have done way worse to that thing. I'm not even giving them the dignity of labeling them as human. They're subhuman.
And hostility targeted at one faceless entity that Bruce didn't agree with suddenly comes into...
He's not faceless. He's a person, and he caused so much harm and death. Directly, not even indirectly, because again, he knocked them into the city.
as we've
Oh my
repeated
God,
ad nauseum.
this is ridiculous. Yes, this is ridiculous.
The people that made this video are so thick in the head that they cannot understand basic concepts. Batman is morally justified for wanting to kill Superman, I'd say.
I agree.
Like, there could have been a cool conflict of, like, him being upset at both Superman and the world, because the world has basically forgiven Superman, despite him having to, he should be held accountable for the destruction that he caused in Metropolis.
We have 7 minutes. We're so close.
I know. Let's continue.
Perspective for him. This is a human being, and he didn't ask for any of this. Bruce still laments what
He
happened
didn't ask
in
for any of it,
Metropolis.
but yeah, he did all that in Metropolis.
It's all his fault. He should be held accountable.
18 months ago, but the twisted fallacy that Clark had ever acted with the intent of putting anyone in harm's.
Also, why'd he bother with that bar? like, think about it. That bar would have done nothing to him. It would have bent or snapped in half upon contact with his face.
It depends on who's swinging it, I guess.
That doesn't make sense.
I mean, there's stuff that Bruce shoots at him that still like knocks him back a bit.
Yeah, but that's mostly because of the kryptonite stuff.
Well, isn't the turret that's firing at him pushing back a few bit?
No, it just annoys him.
Oh, okay.
Way, let alone people Bruce personally cared about, it just vanishes. Clark made the choices he thought were right in the hope of saving the world, and
He could have covered Zod's eyes. He could have placed his hands over Zod's eyes and knocked him out. But I do understand killing Zod. Because I would say that Superman is also, again, morally justified in killing Zod in this instance. What do you say?
Absolutely.
What do you... Yeah. Let's continue.
Bruce was making him the anchor of his wrath, as if Clark was the man who killed his parents all those years ago. Yikes. In that moment, with Bruce standing over Clark, kryptonite spear set to strike, I finally
Also, why is it black and white again?
Artsy fartsy bullshit.
Like I said before. Fuck.
Understood what this movie is for me. It's a movie about hate. I saw all my anger and malice directed at a filmmaker that never asked for any of it. I saw a guy who just did what he thought was right, what made sense to him, and in that moment I saw all that my rage had made me become.
Zack Snyder stated that if he made a Batman movie, he would have him raped in prison.
Jesus Christ, is that true?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
Can you, like, find that?
Yeah, give me a sec.
Yeah, because, like, I need to see if that's true.
So the actual quote was closer to... Wait, let me find it real quick. Okay. Hang on. Let me try and find the original one. Okay, so the actual quote was, Bruce Wayne could get raped in prison. He stated this in an interview.
Okay, here's the thing though. Who could even try to get that close to Bruce? In what scenario do you think he would allow that? Again, he's a master martial artist.
And he's
knows
very
just about
strong.
every hand-to-hand fighting style. Yeah, on top of being extremely strong.
Like,
hell, just to confuse people, he mixes fighting styles.
yeah. And he can also read the muscle movements of people in some variations, allowing him to predict what they're about to do.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry, that death of the author, if that actually did happen. Or if that could happen.
There is in no way
This
that
is
could...
the moment that the empathy that makes Batman...
There is in no way, I believe...
Sorry, I keep cutting you off.
There is in no way in my mind that it could happen.
Okay, let's finish.
The only instance I can think of where it could possibly... where something resembling that instance could possibly have happened is if Batman was drugged by Talia al Ghul. Which he was.
Yeah.
And it resulted in the bastard child that we all hate.
Let's finish this.
Yeah.
Who he's supposed to be washes back over Bruce, and for that reason, it's the moment this movie hinges on. Hate turns Batman into something he's not, something he, at least as far as I'm concerned, should never be. He might be brutal and reckless and wiseact.
Here's the thing. Hate can be a very powerful tool. A tool for right and wrong. It is entirely neutral. It is purely where it aligns is purely based off how the person who is in charge of it uses it. I am using my hatred of this video to break it down piece by piece, every single frame we pause and critique. We are e-fapping this video. What do you think, Toxic? Toxic.
I agree. I told you I'd be in an...
Right.
Why did you have to include this shit? But Batman isn't a cold-hearted murderer. Batman can't look a man in the eye, a man who's pleading with him to save his mother, and then lance that man through the heart. It's a lot harder to hate someone when you see their humanity, dehumanized and distilled down to nothing more than a symbol, a token.
You know, I'm pretty sure when Frank Castle was staking out trying to kill a villain, he petted a puppy once, probably. You know, it humanized him a little bit, but Frank still killed him. This argument doesn't work at all.
Yeah.
It's easy to feel true resentment towards someone, to hate them, to wish them harm, but the moment you see them as a human being just like you, the moment you start to empathize with that human being, that's the moment that hate is defeated. This is everything to me because it changes him. Batman changes his mind. Batman
does not kill.
Do people still die after this at the hands of the Bat? Hell yeah, because Zack, bless his testosterone-fueled soul, wants to see that badass skull.
Sorry, I just needed a minute.
Yeah, you okay?
Yeah, I just needed a minute break from this guy's inane ramblings. Okay, I'm good. Let's continue.
does not kill.
Do people still die after this at the hands of the Bat? Hell yeah, because Zack, bless his testosterone-fueled soul, wants to see that badass, skull-crunching explosive shit, but something has been transformed in Bruce all the same. Clark gave his life to stop Doomsday, and his sacrifice solidifies Bruce's change of heart. His final act in the movie is not branding Lex. Batman is judge, jury, and executioner no more. By the end of the movie, Bruce is no longer resigned to his self-imposed apathetic fate. Clark...
You want to take this one?
I don't even know where to go with it.
Neither do I.
So Bruce doesn't kill or brand people anymore. He doesn't brand people, but he does kill people. And the only reason for that is because Superman died. That's retarded. He was doing this stuff before Superman came along, and it got worse because, yes, he did hate Superman, and I hated Superman. You know, after he killed all those people. Jesus Christ.
might be dead, but Lex lost. He tried to turn the world against Superman, to turn Bruce against Clark, to make everyone hate him just the same as he does. But that hate brought people together. It united them and made them stronger, made them see the value in each other as people. I don't care how blurry BVS might feel along the way. That's worth something to me. That's worth a whole...
You can like that. You can take that away from it, but don't tell me that this thing is good.
Do not tell me for a second that this is good. This is a complete mess. A narrative disaster.
Oh my god, dude. Bro, look at all that cardboard on screen. Why is it in black and white though?
Yeah, that's
some really good cardboard, high quality. High quality stuff right there.
Yeah.
Whole freaking lot.
You know why it's in black and white, right?
Oh shit! Oh
What?
fuck it. Music cue.
We should be fine. But do you know why it's like that? It's because the ultimate cut for Justice League was supposed to be black and white.
Oh.
Yeah, it's in 4:3 though.
Doesn't matter.
That's so stupid.
Is all of that enough to say that I love Batman v Superman? Maybe. Maybe it is. I'm not saying that I'm sure any of this was intentional. I'm not saying that this is my final definitive take. I'm not saying that I don't wish almost every element of this...
Pause a minute.
Dude, why is there so much cardboard they're talking about?
I will say this. The collateral damage and stuff that happens in the Marvel movies, I am willing to believe that was either they planned it for consequences to come in future movies, or they worked with the lemon that was given to them into lemonade. One second. In the sense that, like, the stuff that happens in Captain America Winter Soldier and Avengers Age of Ultron have direct consequences that occur in Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
So again...
But yeah, no, it was never... The only time that he was held accountable for all that was when Batman tried to kill him.
And then never again.
Yep. Oh no, he has a mother. I need to save him.
Like, this is why... Do I want to spoil that part of the book?
Oh, of what book?
My comic thing.
Oh, well, no, I wouldn't.
You know what? I'm gonna do it.
No, not seriously, I wouldn't.
It's a small thing.
Well, no.
Fine.
I say not even bring it up until the final thing of the first one is done.
Hmm.
That way it draws people in when you actually talk about it.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. I'm not saying that I'm sure any of this was intentional. I'm not saying that this is my final definitive take. I'm not saying that I don't wish almost every element of this movie was done in a way that appealed to me more, but fundamentally, I think I really do love all that this movie is as
It's not an appeal to us. It's the story and to see if it's broken or not. This thing is broken as shit.
It makes no goddamn
It's like somebody
sense.
punched a mirror. It's like somebody punched a mirror and didn't clean it up and just said, "Oh, there it is."
Yeah.
as it is, at least in the Ultimate Edition anyway. Sometimes the reasons we love a movie go beyond immaculate plotting or foolproof logic or flawless execution. Sometimes we love...
That is true. That is true. Okay, listen. I don't know if you all know this, but the reason why we do this isn't because to tell you if a movie... It isn't to tell you if you should like a movie. It's to tell you if it's good or bad.
From an objective perspective.
Yes, from an objective writing standpoint. The thing is, I like a bunch of really dumb movies that don't make sense, but I still love them. I mean, for God's sakes, I'm a Godzilla fan.
Yeah.
Not the new ones, the classics. Anyway, yeah, point being...
For shit's sake, For shit's sake, I enjoyed Aquaman. I, for the love of me, don't think it's a good movie at all.
It's because you're a closeted gay and you like Jason Momoa.
No, I just like the comic book accurate costumes.
Unlike the Wonder Woman ones, where apparently porn parodies looked better.
Somehow.
Yeah.
Let's continue.
Love a movie because we read something in it that speaks to us, that resonates, something that changes the way we see ourselves or the world that we live in. It's okay to change your perspective. That's what BVS, this gargantuan, unwieldy, incredibly obscure comic book movie taught me. I saw my hero...
Incredibly obscure?
In what way is this movie obscure? It's a mass market product. It is one of the most well-known and derided films of all time.
Oh my god.
What?
Just that statement alone, just ugh.
What do you mean?
We got 3 minutes left, or 4.
3.
Okay, let's go.
You paused it.
Hero I've loved since I was a kid, and I saw that hero realize he was wrong and then work to rectify that. It should have been clear to me from the start, from that opening scene that flipped what went down in Metropolis. This movie is about reframing our viewpoint. It's not just the events we're seeing, but the characters, their broader mythology, our own biases, our own processes, our own hate. There's more than one way to look at things, no matter how much we want to believe there's not.
Writing isn't like that, though. Listen, this is all about feelings. Well, I don't care at this point. You couldn't actually back up your objective arguments, quote unquote objective, and you just had to run to feelings to save yourself.
Yeah.
Good
and
God.
we probably
I
wouldn't.
I hated Zack.
And we probably wouldn't have gone after you in the first place if you just stated, none of this is objective. This is purely just me spieling about how I feel about the movie.
Dude, if you stated it like that, this thing wouldn't even be on our show.
Yeah, because at least you'd be honest. You would be honest.
Yeah.
And emotionally intelligent enough to say... We wouldn't deride you for your opinion, but because you throw your opinion out there as if it were a fact, we deride you here and now. So here we are. You have brought this upon yourself. When will you learn your actions have consequences?
Do you?
Snyder. I did actually for a really long time, but I don't anymore. I can no longer resent someone for making
I don't
a movie.
anymore. I don't think for long periods of time anymore. I just feel.
I have no
rewatch
attention
every
span.
movie
I
the director
just
has created.
I have no attention span. I just support current thing. Which is a thing that many people today are guilty
A
of.
movie I disagreed with. Even if I'd come out of this experiment still hating BVS somehow, I'd love this movie for reminding me that artists don't deserve our hate like that. They just don't. So yeah, I feel like I can finally let go of Batman v Superman now.
I hate Zack Snyder's vision on a creative level. I'm not sure I would hate the man as a person. I would give him the.
Oh my god.
I would at least give him the same decency I'd give a stranger on the street. But I will not. But I'm afraid that I cannot respect his creative vision in any regard.
How many episodes have we been? How many hours?
About 3 hours and 20 minutes.
It has not been 3. It's been like 6.
It's been 3 hours and 19 minutes.
Oh my god. I hate this.
And, no wait, 3 hours and 20 minutes and 15 seconds.
I hate this. Let's go.
I feel like the years of conflict I've had over this movie can be laid to rest. It took a long time, and I'm not sure if it'll stay this way, but something about the way I see this movie has evolved and reshaped and transformed.
Oh, sorry.
It took a... So yeah, I feel like
God.
I can finally let go of Batman
again.
v Superman
Indeed.
now. I feel like the years of conflict I've had over this movie can be laid
bullshit.
to rest. It took a long time, and I'm not sure if it'll
not even
stay
the
this
same
way,
red as
but
before.
something about the way I see this movie has evolved and reshaped and transformed. I've changed, and now, finally, I feel like I've arrived at...
acceptance.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
Alright everyone, I can't believe it, but we actually made it. I want to start out by saying a huge thank you to all of...
I think
that was a video.
I think that's all that really matters.
Yep. We're done. We did it.
We're done here.
Full of shit, as usual. I'm drained. High Top just... Listen, I was getting more energy. But then High Top showed up and then he morbed. He morbed my energy from me.
And that was the video. Toxic, what did you think?
I never want to cover anything this person says again.
I never want to cover something of this length again.
Well, it was just the 2 of us this time. Hopefully next time we'll have more people. Forget this. We're both exhausted, so let's just call it here.
Yep.
Guys, thanks for sitting through this nauseating shit with us.
Thank you for joining us. I hope you all have a lovely day. We hope you have a lovely day. And
says you. But yes, good night.
Godspeed,
goodbye,
everyone.
And go fuck yourselves. Love you.